And we are back. We are here with the afters for episode 10 of NevaeH Paradise Lost. And I hope that name doesn't make more sense to you now. But hi, players. How are y'all feeling? Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, so I'm sad, but I'm also very concerned by the way you ended the episode, saying that we are going into our final arc. I'm not ready for this to be over.
Yeah. Final. We're getting to the big
I
guys
told you each
now.
arc's about 5 episodes long.
Okay, so it was all a facade, all built by the magics of heaven to keep that area thriving when in reality it all got destroyed when that thing hit the earth.
Yeah.
Which explains why it was never touched by the calamities.
Yeah, why they were so disconnected from everything. Why
And
your sister was back and everything was good and everyone was happy.
I have a tiny theory that some of the angelic, celestial, whatever magic was not just a healing magic, but I don't want to even say it was a healing magic or a restorative magic so much as like it fucks with time.
So it didn't fuck with time, as in it was like manipulating the timeline or anything like that, because I really don't want to bring time magic into this campaign. Lord knows. What I wanted it to do, and I had a hard time even when writing it, trying to explain it. So I just kind of said fuck it. I wanted you guys to see that it was unchanging, that everything almost got screenshot when that door crashed,
when the calamity happened.
and that's why everyone still had the memory of, well, this is our king, and yeah, there are dangers out there. You know, everything that they said was absolutely true to the Eonics. It just wasn't true anymore, and they didn't know that because they're still living moments before it ever crashed.
And as we were there longer, it tried to take a snapshot of us from when that happened. Hence her wings.
You all got the parts of you back because it recognized, oh, you guys aren't having your version of paradise.
Wait, I have a question. Does that mean my necklace isn't going to do what it was doing before?
No. The necklace is gone.
Our clothes are gone. We don't have the present for Ren.
We didn't get to give you the present. We gotta tell him what the present was because he wasn't even present when we bought it.
He watched the episode, but yeah, you're gonna have to tell him in character. But yeah, basically everything that you have, with the exception of your knowledge and the fact that you got stronger, everything else didn't happen. Yeah, I know Deontay needs a hug.
Dude, kind of gave Amaris some solace, okay? Like, now she's gonna be a rage monger.
So you mean I set you up perfectly to go to the abyss?
Yeah, you did. You did a great job, by the way. I know you worried about us hating you, but we would not come back every week if we hated this experience.
No, absolutely not. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Yes.
It's okay. So we had a lot of different names that we could have gone for when we decided to roll for trauma. And the key reason why I chose it, because I kept thinking about it and I thought about it for a while. Really kind of let it marinate. And the final deciding factor in my head was we're playing a game where for 99% of people who play D&D, the only time you get this level of investment is if you pour your heart and soul into your character, and that's not every game that you play. That's not every moment and in every experience that you get. And because of that, it breaks away from reality, and that's good for Dungeons and Dragons. That makes sense. But that disconnect is the same as going to the movies and going, it was a good movie, but I didn't feel anything. And I wanted to make sure that Roll for Trauma brought an aspect of feeling. So where we had these really wholesome episodes that were very overpowering and overcoming with the love and the affection, we also have the tear you down
We
moments.
also have episode 10.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've had the scary, we've had the sad, and I'm trying to touch on all of these different emotions, and I'm choosing one, and I'm going, okay, how do I best create this emotion to the players and let them bring that into their characters? How do I translate it to you so that you can take it and mold it into what your character would do? And it makes it a lot more impactful, in my opinion, than just I'm gonna roll the dice and climb the fence. It's now, what are the repercussions? Why should I do this as a character? Why should my character do this? What is their motivation? And in my discovery of it is, even if you want to be that super chaotic, unpredictable character, you still have a sense of self beyond just the numbers on the paper.
Yeah.
Well, I can like personally, I can say that you've done a really fantastic job of working directly with each of us to find how does our backstory really tie into this to create the personality that we're trying to portray. How do we use that to determine how?
Oh,
You froze, but yes.
Yeah.
yes, absolutely correct. I don't know. Do we wait?
Oh, we can wait. I'm really surprised you guys killed Avo so fast. Not gonna lie. I was at 200
Okay, so
health and like 5 more
reason-
abilities. Y'all were fucking them up.
The reason I had my logic I did was he'd have to split. And in video game history, if something can merge and split, if you damage those smaller things, it makes it easier to take down the big thing.
Yes, and that was
So,
exactly how that went.
And the lot, like, we learned stuff from the people in this episode about like the opposite damage with the inspiration check and all of that. So it kind of made sense. Okay, I have necrotic damage. That's what I need to hit an angelic being with. Like,
Mhm.
No, and like for example, like Kaido wasn't going to use her celestial powered stuff, but she was going to use her fire powered stuff to fuck his shit up.
Yeah, no, you guys were, and in my opinion, this was your best as players, understanding your combat and what you could bring to the table, and as characters, and working together and having it click even without like that unspoken like flow. Y'all had it down. You guys were like, okay, let's see, hellish fire, necrotic damage, because you're an angelic thing, and we're gonna take you down. We're gonna keep our distance. We're gonna get the fighter up there and let them do their thing, and we're not gonna blow up the fighter in the process. Like y'all had it.
We absolutely could
You're gonna
not
buff the
take
rogue.
one more hit.
Thunder,
Shatter.
Shatter.
Yeah.
was so
Glorious.
cool.
Great placement with it. Yeah. The fireball on the door that just hit the things, like great aiming, great precision. Okay, but I gotta check in. Are you okay, Ren? What's going on in your head right now?
baby.
I just want to hug him.
I'm the big sad right now.
After last night, you can see why.
So a couple episodes back, I was talking a whole lot of shit. I was like, "You're not gonna make me cry. You're not gonna hurt me," and I didn't. But I traded the tears for complete and total numbness right now, which kind of works because after the whole facade fell apart, I lost all of my feelings again. So I'm like, "Oh, this is also."
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
We told you were not in your best state of mind challenging him.
I think in my defense, though, we filmed my little one-off, my cute little episode. So I was riding that high, and then to watch it all just start to slowly crumble in front of me, it was like, oh wow, this is a great feeling. And I kept looking at my phone in the middle of the fucking episode. So I'm like, he's my screensaver, so I'm like, Okay. I'm like,
Okay,
no,
you okay? You okay? You're
he's
good.
still
You're
alive.
good.
He's still alive. He's still alive. I'm like, it's just a game that I lost somebody, but I'm like, he's still here. I swear he is. So that definitely stressed me out the last little bit, and then the song, and it's just, there was so much going on. There were so many things, and I'm like,
Did you like
I
the
can't
song?
give in to the satisfaction of crying right now. I can't allow him. It's the whole Mr. Stark, I don't feel so well moment with him. I'm like, Jesus, I can't take this. This is a
Very
lot.
Oh God, that
So it's
part
like,
killed me in that movie. For the record.
yeah.
uh,
Having watched Ren's one shot last night, it's giving very WandaVision vibes.
yeah, listen,
So that was my
that was
inspiration.
the moment I wanted to have, where I wanted to just scream and just have a fit, but because I lost that part of me where my emotions aren't like something that I can really just express anymore, like me standing up and doing that and dusting myself off was the equivalent of me completely shattering and breaking down into tears. And I was like,
Yeah.
No, that was definitely a big part of my inspiration. I started watching that with Violet, and I was like, actually, it's like, because we only watched like 2 episodes a night, maybe. So it was a couple weeks ago that we started it.
And that was the whole reason why I was like, I think the whole thing's fucking fake. I think none of this is real. It's all a fucking glamour, and that was the whole reason why we watched WandaVision.
you know,
15 minutes, like, oh
Sorry,
my god,
spoiler.
the sad part about it is Ren knew it was. Like he absolutely knew right from the beginning when he told him like, "Oh,
Yeah.
hey, I know what you did. I know why you did it." I knew right then and there this isn't real. I even questioned it so many times during that whole scenario, but for just that brief moment to just live in what he always wanted, I had to allow myself to do it
Yeah.
because I knew once I had to get rid of it when we came back into reality, it's like, yeah, we're fixing Halo, but at that same expense, I'm losing everything I ever wanted. And
Okay, so you know the shit part? Or this is the part that really fucked me up when I was writing it, and I said I have to do it, and it hurt me to write it. That's why even after I said it all, I was like, fucking hell, like I can't believe I did that. That's gonna go down in my like DM archives of like a story I'll tell people. The part that really hurts me the most is the paradise aspect of it. While it was fake, and I knew that Rin would be able to feel that it was fake, it also wasn't. It was the paradise version of if these people survived. Think about.
Oh, that's worse.
That's the part that really tore into me. That was my motivation for how everyone acted. Think about it. Everyone you talked to, each and every one of you, you got exactly what you wanted out of it while experiencing it the way they would deliver it. Realistically, that Tiny Threads rat with his attitude wouldn't help you in real life. But it was paradise. So he got to be himself, but also help you. And I got to, and I was jumping through these different NPCs. Now I'm getting chills, knowing that they're dead and they don't even know it, and they're just living their paradise version of themselves. And I was like, this sucks. Like, these last 3 episodes have hurt me.
Mystery. I know I am gonna cry in that episode. When you start talking, I get goosebumps and the hair on my arms stand up because I know it's about to hit, and it's about to hit hard. You mentioned it, and that's why I said it.
I know,
because
I get it.
It's a thing.
And well, way to go for all of us working together and being badass to kill Ren's entire family.
Yeah.
yeah,
job well done.
come on, team, you guys killed my ideals.
I was worried about you, ZZ. When you took that hit, I was like, I was focusing on the door and I couldn't break concentration, but I was like, shit. Aww.
Please make it. No,
Like,
no, I'm joking.
it is killing me whole to not know what the fuck this curse on my arm is.
Oh,
And then hearing her say that that's what she was using for that killing blow as her motivation.
Yeah.
Cole's dying
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
you can
was like
find out in the abyss.
that was Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
When you were like remembering those words, I was like,
ZZ absolutely could not let Halo die. knowing what she knows about Demas. She could not.
Like,
I like
Cole is
how-
down, but like Demas is just like confused
I
still
really-
about the now have moved on because there's bigger things to deal with at the moment.
Yeah, I really wanted to bring it up in this episode, but we did not have the time.
No,
I think
we
the
did
way you
not.
delivered
we
it
didn't
was
have the
great,
emotional
though.
capacity to
It
do
was
it.
beautiful.
No,
Thank you.
I think there was something about this episode specifically that brought out so much raw emotion in everybody with like everything, whether we were like panicking about what was going on, Demas telling me about like the whole like, this is fake thing, me knowing that it's fake, but me like denying it because I'm like, just let me have this, everything going on. And it's like, this shows the amount of like range that we as players have. You guys are fucking incredible. I'm gonna give you guys your flowers where flowers are due because
When
Everyone-
goddamn, like I'm sitting here the whole time like, it's supposed to be about me. Why am I stressed for everybody else?
when you were sitting there
I am
and you were telling them she's just sleeping, it's fine, and Amaris said, "This isn't how he would normally act," I was like, "Oh, it's because he wants it." Oh, that hurt.
Okay. I think the best comedic moment was when I said, ask Hover when the fucking cat asked how
Right.
you tasted and you went off on Demas.
That will be a clip.
I defend.
Did you not hear what I said?
No, I
No,
didn't.
and I think that's what it
because
was.
I said, with as good as he looks, he probably tastes just fine.
So I heard that initially. I think what it was I heard what you said, but Demas's voice was the last voice I heard. So I went on that rant. You were like, "What's even this?" I'm like, Demas.
I fit that shit right in. I need you to understand, though, Deontay, that, listen, somebody may have challenged me to fit in Demas in character hitting on Ren with a promise of a little bit of safety. And it wasn't mystery. It was one of our NPC
Yeah, it wasn't
players.
me.
What the hell?
It was not
Oh, one of
mystery.
the NPCs.
The fuck are you blaming me?
I figured
Nope.
that's something you would
You're never
do,
gonna
but-
guess it. Deontay,
No.
you're never gonna guess it.
Damn.
But it might be pertinent in the next few episodes.
Speaking of the next few weeks, guess whose story's next?
Easy.
Well, I already did mine. It's easy.
Easy.
Demas.
No, we
No,
have to go
I
to the
think it's you. I think it's you.
Next up is Demas.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
But what about the Well, I guess we're just leaving on.
Do you want me to spoil something for you, Demas, or you just want to find out?
You know what? Surprise me and make me cry.
Oh,
Gotcha.
fuck.
At least I
No,
could do it.
so I
It's gonna make you cry though. You cry every episode now.
but the reason that Demas was really adamant about trying to get Ren to see through the facade. Demas has been there. Demas has had the facade and had it shattered. Demas has tried to skirt his responsibilities and lost everything because of it.
Now
And he
in
does
character,
not want to see things
Ren
he
has
cares about.
noticed. Right. After that one time we had when we were sleeping in the house and you were like dreaming about the kids and stuff, and then like you came to, and it was like I'm trying to like check on you, make sure you're good. I kind of been watching your actions in character for a while because I'm like, there's something wrong with him that he just won't tell us. So I try my best to like do the whole like dad thing because I'm like trying to comfort you. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but you know what I mean? Like I appreciate everything that you're doing for us and protecting us and this and that. But in this episode specifically, the one person I could not talk to was Demas because I know whatever the hell Demas was going through, I know for damn sure he's picking up on what's going on. And I'm like, I know it's fake. I know it is. And you know how like in certain situations you're like just complete and total disbelief? Like, no, it can't be. Like, I think what sucks more for me, and this is like, oh, sorry, we're about to get like real like sad right now. I've gone through 2 funerals in the past like 3 weeks. So a lot of this stuff is me kind of projecting too in general, where it's like, no, it's a thing, but like, no, it's not. Like, it's okay, everything's fine. And it's like when you get to that point where you're like really just like letting it all sink in, it's like, but what can you do? Because you don't want to have that full break apart moment. And it's like, as much as he hates people, he doesn't want you guys to see him vulnerable at all because, I mean, he knows he lost everybody. Like from when he saw his parents and like he had dinner with his family, he knew this isn't real, but when am I ever gonna have this opportunity again? So it was like, yeah.
I get it.
This
It's
was the
how long can I live
this was a
here?
dark episode for real.
When do I have to take action?
All right. Let me
Yeah,
not keep
we
you
were on a
guys.
timeline.
Make sure you check on your friends.
Let me not keep you guys for too much longer. Fantastic job. This episode hit different from start to finish. You guys are on it. So I know you always say good job to me, but honestly, hats off to each of you. Well done. From right to left.
Up to the incredible DM for
it's
navigating
fine.
through this episode just like us. Like, look, it took a lot for you to get through it too.
I appreciate you.
You give us the tools, we use them. That's all.
Well, starting with Zizi, let's go with who you are, who you play, and where they can find you.
Hi, I am Violet. I play Zizi Mahias. You can find me on TikTok at Violently Colored. Check out our TikTok Roll for Trauma. And you can find me here on Roll for Trauma.
Hi, I'm Deontay. I play Ren Folkor. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Dapper_Macon 2.0. Follow us on Instagram at Roll for Trauma. And you can also find us here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Roll for Trauma. Did I say Roll for Trauma enough? Because Roll for Trauma.
Roll for Trauma.
Roll for trauma.
Hi, I'm Robin, and I play Kaida Zanthia. You can find me at Trippy Thistle on Instagram or TikTok, or here off for Roll for Trauma, or Trauma for Roll. Or is it?
All of it.
How's the English?
I trusted you.
What?
Hi.
Simba, no.
I play Demas Andres. You can find me here rolling a nat 20 for trauma on Thursday nights.
I am Onyx. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Icyonyx. And well, clearly here, but I think you've heard where long enough in this.
Tell them where. Tell them where.
Fucking God. Roll for Trauma.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you guys start yelling that at the beginning. It's time for Roll for Trauma. I don't know. Listen, I'm Eddie. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a fantastic episode. Glad we all got to have this afters and kind of talk about it because this one hit different for sure. And we're moving into we're in the end game now. That's enough Avengers references. Please, if you're watching this, check us out on YouTube at Roll for Trauma. We are very close to hitting 100 subscribers over there, and as soon as we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, I will be dropping a very fun video essay for you guys to all enjoy, as well as basically all of the teasers that we have for Elysium 2.0, which is coming up soon, and a brand new thing that I'm working on, something called Insurgents. I don't know. We'll just have to see about that. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Say bye, players.
Bye, players.
Where's my camera? There's my camera. Hey, do you guys like that? Do you guys like the behind the scenes? Do you guys like it happening beforehand? Well, guess what? There's more right now. Don't go anywhere. We're about to play the intro, and we're about to be live with D&D. So stick around. Here we go. All right, I think we are here. We are back. Welcome to episode 11. And my camera is dirty. Let me just squeegee noises. That's better. Good to see you all. It's been a while, about 7 days. Been nice. I know we didn't stream on Tuesday. Long story short is I was busy. Sorry, shit happens. That's life. I'm an adult. But we back at it again. Episode 11 is here. I know we left off on some tough shit. Hopefully the afters that we just showed you guys helped you get some of that sadness and sorrow out of your system. If it didn't, then this is not going to help. Say hi, players.
Hi, players.
Hi, players.
Hi, players.
Can it help us get sadness out?
We are back with our guest NPC. Hello to Scarecrow. Please, everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
He will be playing Erebos. I'll give a quick recap on, or actually, no, I won't. I'll let the players. So, players, why don't you start off by telling us who you are, who you play, and we'll go from there. Left to right.
Sorry, that's you, isn't it? It's left,
No,
or is it me?
that's you.
Amharis, you're first, alphabetical order. Can you?
I'm Onyx. I play Amaris. I am the drunk druid. And yeah, go ahead next.
Hi, I'm Cole. I play Demas Andreas.
Hi, I am Robin, and I play Kaida Deianira.
I'm running. I'm going to run full core. He's not here. He will be. Don't worry. He's always late on Thursdays. Keep going.
Hi, I'm Violet. I play Zizi Mohias.
And
And I literally just introduced me. So, like, what's up, guys?
There we go. Scarecrow plays Erebos, who was here around episode 5 or 6. Hold on, I can do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4? Nope. No, you weren't 4. 1 and 2, then went 3 and 4. You were episode 5.
It was 5.
You were episode 5. So 6 episodes later, Erebos has returned. Just to give you guys the previously on recap, Erebos and Amaris have a bit of a connection. Can you want to tell us about that connection, Amaris?
What do you mean? Are we talking about the fucking abyss?
Come on, you can do it.
Okay, so apparently he's the ruler of the abyss, and I am the queen of the abyss. But I don't remember my connection to him, which is weird. Like,
I feel like that alone is a pretty important connection, but it's okay. I'll break it down. I feel like some of it may have been lost in the sauce. Erebos is the current leader of the Abyss, which is another afterlife similar to like heaven and hell, but it has its own rules with reincarnation and a big thing called the Abyssal Ocean, which is basically a giant ass lake with thousands upon thousands of souls that kind of swim in it perpetually until they're eventually reincarnated. But he is not a king or a queen to this land, and he has recognized that Amaris is, and it ties a lot into Amaris' backstory and parts and pieces that have been missing, as well as how Erebos was basically like, yo, you got 3 days to get your ass back here. And I believe this is the morning of day 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Listen, we can't do math very well, so we think.
we could run it back real quick. You guys met before going to the Gullah Union. You got to the Gullah Union over the course of one day and stayed the night there. The following morning, you did the church shit and broke down the church, and then got to. By the end of that day, you spent the last of that day in the Eonics, and that was your first night that you slept there. Next night, or next day was in the Eonics, leading all the way up to the destruction of said Eonics, and that's where you are now. So you're actually at the end of day 3.
I'm struggling
It's
today.
okay. You're at the end of day 3. I just did the math.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Water check. Let's see. If you guys can't tell yet, I'm definitely stalling because we want Deontay to get here, since it's his home and stuff. But
That's okay.
yeah, Erebos gave you a book which taught you some of your powers as being this Queen of the Abyss. If you should accept it, which you have not officially accepted yet, and said that he would be coming back for you in 3 days. Beyond that, why don't y'all tell the people what they may have missed in last episode?
Post-apocalyptic Eonics.
Yes.
We destroyed an entire civilization. It's fine.
Okay, but is it
Kill it
did
with
we
fire?
really murder them though?
No,
I mean, they were
I don't
already
think we
dead.
did. Yeah,
Kill it
exactly.
with
They've been dead for
fire.
20. So we woke up and we were like, we found Halo in the woods, and she was like,
Mhm.
you need to find Ren. I almost said Deontay. You need to find Ren and help it save him. And we were like, that's probably a good idea because you're covered in blood and cuts. And then we did some checks. Kaida couldn't heal her. She was covered in celestial magic. We Onyx used an inspiration point to get us a hint. So we took her to the hot springs that took away all of that celestial power and started healing her cuts, but she was still unconscious. We started heading towards Ren's family's house, where we found Ren and Pover holding hands. Ren may have gotten hit on eventually, but we were like, hey, Ren, something's fucking wrong. And he didn't love hearing that and was in severe denial. We were like, are you sure? Are you sure?
We're like, are you Cleopatra or are you Ren? Because you're
Right.
in denial.
Hate it.
Oh my god. Sorry.
The big danger kitty we killed. Hello?
Yeah. We saw one of the kitties, and Ren was like, that's a problem. And so we followed it into the woods where there was a clearing and a portal to heaven. We killed the danger kitty.
Yes.
Pover stood by Halo's side and did not kill her. And then we, after killing the danger kitty, finished destroying the portal to heaven, and everything turned to ash. Very, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark moment with Pover and Ren.
Yes.
Was heart-wrenching.
And his whole family just, disintegrating
down
in the valley, all of the mountains, all of the dragons.
Can we not start this episode crying, please? Please.
It's the family member lost bingo.
And we feel very bad. And Ren stood up and dusted himself off, and we also lost those parts of our souls again. And Kaida lost her wings again.
Oh, Kaida. Yeah. He didn't even get the chance to fly.
Not even an opportunity.
It was so quick.
She'll get a fly spell. It's fine.
But our combat was so fucking cool.
We were killing it. We
so
were
in sync,
kicking ass and taking names for sure.
We ran out of bubblegum, so we had to.
It was like a cutscene of a video game. How smoothly we did that.
We made sure we didn't hit our teammates.
Y'all were definitely kicking ass. It was very beautiful.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It was really good combat. Yeah.
So we're all standing in a valley of ash crying together.
So there's a couple of things that I've learned from this this last episode that I feel like I need to put out to the viewers. Number one, eventually, not yet, but eventually we're going to start putting a disclaimer label inside of the intros, just so you guys know what you're getting into, because apparently it's a little bit too much traumatic. That's going to be your spoiler alert. That's going to be your warning. It's not going to say specifically what's going to hit you traumatically. It's just going to say traumatic elements, and we'll keep it moving, because if the name Roll for Trauma wasn't a blaring fucking sign, well, don't worry about it. I'll put one more up there for you. Number two, I want to take the opportunity here while I have it to talk about Onyx dying. Now, I don't like to do this often as a dungeon master. What was that, Deontay? I can't tell. But I feel like it's important this time around, because I know a lot of people have felt some type of way for the last week, especially with, if you didn't watch it, go watch the Adventures of Ren Folklore over on YouTube, because it's there and you can see what Ren did the entire time that the players were out shopping, and it's really, really good. But I want to talk about specifically that door to heaven. Now, of course, there's a lot of mystery and ambiguity around what specifically the door was doing. And I want to make it very, very clear that nobody had to die. But none of the players, and I'm calling all of you out, paused and said, what's going on with that door?
No.
And because of that,
We did some murder.
This
It's some
is
genocide.
illegal.
No, it's
I
not
don't-
illegal. And I have to clarify this. It's important because I don't want you guys to feel like you're being railroaded. I want to remind you just because there's an obvious path, that does not make it the right path. And I, as a DM, am meant to put these paths in your way. I will always have more than one option or outcome available for you, but I'm not going to make it easy to find in all cases. Case in point, I told you, use your inspiration point so I can help you get on the right path. But I can't always do that. It's up to y'all to go. Maybe we should roll Arcana and see what the door is doing.
No, we chose to commit genocide.
Yeah, the cat's body didn't hit the ground before y'all were like, and we're going to destroy the door now. And that's okay. That's the choice you guys decide to make, and I don't think it's a wrong choice. But the reason why I'm expressing that there are other options is because a lot of people did feel like it was a wrong choice, and they felt like it was a wrong choice that I made. And A, I didn't make that choice, and B, it's not wrong. That's the thing about D&D. It's the beauty of it. We don't know what's going to happen next. You have multiple players and their lives and experiences coming funneled into a character and then being portrayed in a fantasy world. All of you are the main character. So who knows what's going to happen next? That is the beauty of it. The words you choose, the actions you take, it's life. There are no wrong choices until shit hits the fan. Sometimes there are choices that lead to bad outcomes. Sometimes there are choices that lead to good outcomes. But you, as players, are not inherently wrong for making those decisions. So don't hold it. If anyone in our audience is making you feel some type of way, if you've heard anything over the last 7 days, don't hold on to that energy. That's an investment that people have because they want the story to go a certain way. But they're not players. You are.
And I think there's a missed point where we didn't do the checks because our characters wouldn't have checked that. We had the information that this door existing is going to kill Halo, and we need to keep Halo alive.
Yeah.
And we went, okay, door's got to go.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a lie. Not at all. Was there another solution? Yeah. Were there
Probably.
99 other solutions? No. I ain't got time to write 99 solutions.
I got 99 solutions. And y'all chose this one.
But it
99
is,
problems, and they're all myself.
it is very rare that you will find, oh, this is the only thing that we can do. It may be the most obvious or the most apparent thing, but that doesn't mean that it's the only path. So keep that in mind. And that is the absolute last DM hint that I'm giving you guys. Deontay should be here just about any minute. So let's get the game rolling. Do y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns before we begin?
Literally
I
so
forgot my
many
dice.
concerns.
I have a lot of concerns, but that's not going to stop us.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm
Yeah.
so concerned.
You've heard me be concerned all week.
This is fine. Everything's fine and it's totally awesome. My light's too bright.
It's not our fault.
There we go.
Why do I feel like this is Final Fantasy? Sorry.
It
Are we
might
sitting
be
down to dinner or
your
drinks?
Final Fantasy. All right, folks. Let us begin. It starts raining as you're sitting there amidst the vast, desolate land that was once the Aeonics. You can smell almost fresh ashes and bones and cinder. The mountain tops are destroyed. The skeletons of the dragons are broken and brittle. The trees are dead. Debris from leaves and flora and fauna scatter in the wind, and rain begins to fall. It is awfully quiet. Ren is currently shell-shocked and not moving as he's holding what little ashes remain of Pover. As you're looking onto this, Amaris, you feel a slight sense of heat right around your neck before the pendant that was given to you turns to ash and floats away, catching in the wind. All of the items, garments, and trinkets that you all discovered and received turn to ash. Until such a time that Ring gets here, will probably remain physically here, and it's best we just don't engage with him while he copes emotionally.
Can Kaida do a perception check on the area around where the portal was?
Yes.
Just kind of looking around.
Was
checking
anything
it
in
out.
particular that she's looking for?
Are there any symbols or anything in the ground? Anything scratched down? Or like stone engravings?
Do you have the ability, the homebird ability to read those symbols?
Mm,
I think that's
no,
why.
I can talk to the Ferber. But
Gotcha.
like, will I see symbols there
Oh, well, let's see what you roll.
with the Vizier? 14.
Yes, you can see where the marble slabs would have lined up across to make the base of the door's foundation, and even though they are now gone, in its place there is a small transcription in a language you cannot read.
She'll look over to the group. Hey, there are some symbols on the ground. Can anyone read at least this? I mean, I can normally read. I'm not an idiot. Jesus.
Zizi is gonna go over and take a look at them. I can read Celestial. I have Glyph Secret.
I'm going to message you what it says.
Yay!
Oh wait, I can't. If I can
If it's
speak
in
it,
Celestial, I can read Celestial.
It's not in Celestial.
Okay.
This would be this would require the Glyph Secrets trait.
Okay.
While it is transcribed with celestial energy, it's actually Kaida, you alone would probably be able to identify enough of its characters to assume it's from a race older than the Celestials. Which is why you cannot read it, but Zizi can.
Is it in the same glyphs as what is written on the Mrs. arm?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it says, as above, so below.
That's interesting.
Which is funny, because it is written in the same way as the curse mark on your arm. Demas.
Curse mark.
Wait. Yes. I did mention that I made a bargain. Yes.
Yes, but I wasn't aware that would get you branded.
Well, neither was I at the time. Didn't feel like I needed to share it.
Can I see it?
He takes a big deep breath and he pulls up his sleeve and shows the marking on his forearm.
She's gonna poke it.
What?
gonna look
It's my
over.
arm, right?
It's some kind of demon pact, isn't it?
Maybe. Listen, hell's a little confusing about who's in charge and who's making your deals. So I think they were demons.
Is it words? Is it just a picture? What is that?
It's like a glyph of some sort.
What does it say?
I don't know.
Nothing really of importance. What
Easy.
are these marks?
Hold on.
Anyway?
I want to roll
No.
a perception check on
I
her.
would like
Rolling insight. We all just start side-eyeing
What's that?
Zizi.
That's
No
not
problem.
how she talks to
I will
us.
have you guys do that. While you all are rolling for insight, you can see Vren is kind of moving about slightly, finally, maybe coming to terms, but at the very least, dusting Pover off of himself. as a reminder, with the Heaven's Gate gone, those of you who have died have once again lost that portion of your soul that was missing and the corresponding aspect that comes with it. For everyone in the audience who didn't watch that video, once again, it's on YouTube. You should check it out. There's a lot of lore. That means either memory, passion, mind, or like mentality, or your heart. Those are the 4 parts. If you've died once, you've lost memory. Twice is passion. 3 times is aspect of ideals and prowess with your mind, and 4 times would be heart. No one's died 3 or 4 times though.
18 on insight.
I got a 25.
I got an 18.
They all know you're lying.
Zizi, weren't we talking about trust before and honesty?
What are we? When was this?
Here's the
We
thing.
are not buying your bullshit.
As morality?
What were we talking about honesty when we were talking about what was actually in your flask, or was that before that?
I mean, was that any of your business?
I mean, to be fair, you bluffed about what was in that flask. You said it was holy
to
water.
be fair, but I'm not lying about demon glyphs on demons' arms.
I'm not a demon, first of all.
No,
but thank you.
Demon blood, but demons are pretty badass. Take it as a compliment, okay?
Regardless, it's easy. You told me you didn't fully know what it said. But it seems that this is a language you do know, based off of being able to perfectly read those markings on the ground. What aren't you telling me?
I'm gonna slowly kind of walk back over to the group. Yeah.
Demons?
Your mic is quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly walk back over to the group and be like, "Yeah, Zizi, what aren't you telling everybody?"
Demas. Where are your children?
Unclear. I was told they were alive, but this world doesn't mean anything with alive or dead.
Well, the glyph on your arm says, "Lest you deliver us the child, your child will be forfeit. A soul for a soul." That's why it was so important that we kill this cat. I could not let it destroy your chance at your family.
Halo is awake.
Are you doing okay, little one?
She's still much further away. You guys are still more towards the top of the hill. She's down towards the tree line. Dead tree line. Hydrate.
That's rich.
I'll make my way down to Halo.
I'm just gonna pop her hand on the top of Rand's head and just kind of like ruffle his hair. Hey, is there anything I can do?
Unless you have some magical way to bring back my entire livelihood, you know, my family, the love of my life, everyone that I grew up with, I don't think you can really do anything for me.
Hey, I understand. I'm going through the same thing. I get it. We're in this together.
It's very unfortunate that this is our bonding moment, but if anybody understands the complete and total horror of watching the people that you love die in front of you, basically, it would be you.
Yeah, and probably Amaris, too, and Demas and Zizi. We all understand each other more than we realize. We're all more alike than we realize.
I think at this point, we've all seen someone we love die. Now, yes, we all may have a chance to go back when all of this is over, but...
That's nice. You guys have something to go back to.
I don't even have a religion to go back to. I'll probably keep following you guys around like lost puppies even after we remake the world.
You both can come home with me, I'm sure. Where are they?
Do I make it to Halo as she's waking up?
Yes, she's now standing up.
How are you feeling, little one?
Well, she's not so much a little one anymore, but I haven't put that picture on the screen yet. But she looks at you and she says, "I'm fine."
Listen, we've known you since you were this big. You were going to be little one to me, whether you're this big or this big. It doesn't matter.
She goes, "Suit yourself. Age is a figment of our imaginations."
So what did the door do to you? Do you know?
When I realized the facade that it had created, I sought to destroy it. In return, a portion of its energy seeped into me, and I don't think I was quite compatible.
No, thank God for the spring.
There we go. Aesthetically, she is your age.
Cool.
Ooh.
And now,
Damn.
Now you guys can hit on her, okay?
oh gosh, she's hot.
No!
This causes feelings. I'm uncomfy because
Unholy!
That's me.
Zizi's gonna make her way over to Halo and Amaris. So, you seem to be healing?
I'm fine.
hey Zizi,
Yeah.
it appears Halo may have a bit of a moral compass.
Oh, you think so?
Well, the reason they were messing with the door was because they saw the illusion it was casting and attempted to destroy it, and it decided to zoink her with its energy.
How could you see the illusion when no one else could?
I don't know. I'm still trying to come to terms with whatever it is that I am. I'll be honest, you all probably have a better grip on it than I do.
Oh yeah,
How's Rin?
angel demon human. He's hurting. Bad.
I don't know. I should probably check on Demas. ZZ, thank you for telling us the truth about what it said, and I appreciate the honorable notion of attacking the cat because of the knowledge you had.
Halo, do you know of any reason why the powers that control hell would want you there?
No. If I did, I'd probably try my best to avoid it. I can't imagine it has anything good in store for me.
Considering what the gates of heaven tried to do to you, I don't think taking you there is good either.
There. Oh, God. All this talk about heaven and hell, and I have to go back to the abyss.
Oh yes, your rendezvous with Ghostman?
Erebos, not Sir Smoky Fingers. Isn't that who Demas had dealings with?
There's so many different beings.
While you guys are talking, Halo has just walked away.
Halo, where are you going?
She's walking towards Rin.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of crouched down, talking to him.
She gets to Ren and she goes down to both of her knees and she bows and she says, "Thank you."
Don't thank me. I'm not sure if I actually like the outcome of what I did. I know it's for the best, but and I wish I could have just lived in the delusion a little bit longer, you know? I'm like stifling back tears and just
She looks up and she goes, I don't know if it's for the best or not. The only thing I can say without a doubt is if there's something wrong with this world, it's not your love and it's not this world, it's me. That
I'm
much
gonna
is
kind
clear.
of put a hand on her shoulder, and regardless of everything that's happened so far, I'm just glad you're okay. I mean, not to say that you picked a favorite early on, but you did hold my hand first, so, I'm kind of soft on you. Even if I did have to kill everyone that I loved to make sure that you were okay. I'm not bitter about this. I'm not.
She goes, speaking of saving the world, how do we get out of here?
That's a really good question. Usually after you start glowing, doors just open, but
Have I made it all the way through the book?
Yes.
Zizi's gonna make her way back to the group. Well, what about an airship?
How are we going to get an airship here?
Well, it looks to me that everything that was alive is now gone, but that doesn't mean that everything is gone. I mean,
Looks like everything is gone now.
it does look a little bit crispy.
And brittle.
Sorry.
really?
I'm sorry. I did not.
Fine. It's fine.
I mean, if you would rather stay here, I can go ahead and look.
I'll go with you.
I'll also help search.
I think we've done enough of separating from each other. So I guess I'll tag along too.
Can I roll? Sorry. Go ahead.
Wouldn't it be simpler to find a door? Or to ask for a door?
I don't think Halo works like that. She's not a genie.
Kind of worked that way at the church.
Actually,
Could we work like
exactly
that?
that way.
she's right. Why don't we ask her? Halo, are you able?
I
Portal?
already tried.
Oh,
Something's not connecting. I can't do it.
So if we have no way back to the Nexus, then our best option is to just get off of this island.
Maybe there's a way back in town. Maybe there's something we missed.
We can look through. Maybe they had some kind of fail-safes for escape if they needed it. And just didn't get to it in time.
Amos just starts walking towards.
Kind also does.
Alright, but we still need to stay away from the lake. I still think that's not safe.
Yeah, no lakes. No.
And Zizi's gonna follow Demas. We were like up on a hill, right?
Yes. Slight hill and a clearing.
Okay, so we're gonna head down towards the town again.
Ren,
I'm
Amars.
gonna do.
go ahead, Ren.
No, Mars, you go first.
I was going to ask if I could roll. I'm not sure which one, whether it be Arcana. I want to see if there's anything different about the magical elements that like the energy of Halo.
That would be an Arcana check.
What are you looking for that's different?
Specifically, Amaris has a suspicion that the spring may have affected Halo's ability to perform magic.
Okay. Yeah, you'd have to. Your best bet would be Arcana.
Holy shit, a 17? I have a -1 to Arcana. Okay.
You can't discern whether it was the spring specifically, but you can tell that there is, where before there was an equilibrium with all three parts of her, there's an imbalance, and it's constantly fluctuating. The demonic side, the angelic side, and the mortal side. If you were to think of them like as three different gauges, they're still equal. Like, let's say, I'll do some weird numbers at you. Let's say the first one was like 30, and it could go up to 30. The second one could go up to 30, and the third one could go up to 30 for like a total of 90. Well,
Yeah.
now instead of them all being 30, 30, 30, one of them will be like 45, and the other one will be like 15, and the other one will be 30, and they'll all switch. So just the energy levels are still even in the sense of they are maintaining Halo as a physical thing, but they're no longer balanced. And they are consistently shifting. At one glance, she's got a lot of demonic energy in her aura and ambience. And then a second later, it's a lot of heavenly energy. And then a second later, it's all off. And it's constantly just shuffling.
As we're walking, I'm going to turn to, well, I'll be speaking specifically to Demas and Kaida because I know they are magic users, but I'm going to speak loud enough so everybody can hear it and explain.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, there's something off about Halo's like energy, like it's unstable. It's not even anymore. It's almost
quick.
like teenage hormones.
Before you guys respond to that, Rin, you did follow them as well?
I kind of am having a silent moment to myself, kind of just looking at the battlefield of what happened, where the port or where that door was, and what just kind of happened between me and Pover, and kind of just look up into the sky and am I doing the right thing? Is this what we're supposed to do? I don't see how there's any lesson from this. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be the right thing or not, or are we even supposed to keep doing this? I just wish I had some type of sign and kind of just, and then kind of reluctantly turn and start walking back towards everyone after I heard what she was saying about Halo, and just okay, and I'm gonna kind of like run a little bit forward to get ahead of the group since it's my town. I'm gonna kind of navigate them back towards the center of it.
Okay, cool. Feel free to continue, guys. Sorry. Just want to catch them up.
Well, actually, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, imagine you had three parts of yourself. Wait, didn't you guys talk to somebody who had three parts of themselves and they were constantly, like, bickering with each other?
Oh, it was
Pixie.
no, it wasn't Pixie. It was Pixie. It was sprites and imps and pixies, and it was all of them. We
Imagine
learned
having
this.
all of them in one form. I mean, it must be difficult to control the three, right? I mean, Halo, do you feel like you're at war with yourself or what?
Perhaps we've been solving the issues too aggressively. And that's why she is at odds with herself.
Well,
We're
Halo,
not bringing balance.
Halo looks to you all and is like, I don't feel at odds.
How do you feel?
I feel fine.
I'm gonna
What
go up
emotion?
to Halo and kind of like take her hand. How do you really feel?
Alive? You creatures have so many words to express whether or not your existence is validated, and my presence alone should be enough. What more do you ask?
There is a good
For some
chance
reason,
you
I'm
both
just
can't.
I'm just compelled to hug her. Like, I don't know why. I'm just gonna hug her.
She doesn't hug you back, but not out of animosity or anything. Just once again, like, why?
Probably because he's all of like 3 feet tall, and she's like, "What the hell is this gremlin touching?"
She's just like, I don't really know what's happening, but we're here for it. Okay.
What do we see?
As you guys are getting closer, the first thing you'd come across is the residential area from where you guys left, and you're walking past them, and you specifically hit Ren's house. The entirety of the top floor's roof and walls have been decimated. There's very little frame left in the cobblestone foundation that had built it. The second floor has lots of gaping holes in the structure. The door is gone. Yes, you have an out of character question?
Is his red panda still there?
Yeah, it depends on if you guys go inside or not and decide to look around. But for what you can see from outside, from the street view, it's the equivalent to like a tornado went through it. A tornado didn't go through it. In fact, a meteor exploded and hit it like a nuke. So everything's kind of just blown back. But yeah, everything's in disarray, as you can see from the outside.
Well,
Can I go inside very reluctantly to just check and see if there's any remnants of them inside of the house before the meteor had hit?
Roll for perception.
Before I go in there, though, I'm going to kind of turn to everybody. Give me a minute, please.
yeah.
Take as long as you need.
Of course.
17.
When you go inside, there's no... How do I put this? There's no immediate, like, oh, here they are, Sleeping Beauty in their bed. But around the side of the staircase, where they would have tried their best to shield from the blast, you can find burn marks silhouetting your family huddled together. There are tattered and destroyed bags that have outfits and broken, charred tools and maybe camping supplies, like they were in a hurry to pack and try to get out of Dodge, and didn't make it in time. There's no other physical remains.
I'm gonna go into each one of their rooms. So my parents are down.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
14.
The staircase is breaking apart as you're climbing up it, but you're agile enough to not slip through and fall down, tumbling down. But you do make it up. Which room are you checking first?
I'm gonna check my dad's room first.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
Any old, like, jackets or anything of theirs that could have potentially survived?
There's nothing in this room that could have potentially survived. The walls themselves don't exist. The bed is non-existent. Everything is cinders and dust. You can still smell, not like it's fresh, but almost like if you've ever held like lava rock or a burnt piece of wood from a fire the night before of a bonfire. It just has that remnant of ash and cinder.
Is there a door?
No.
Okay, never
There's
mind.
still a door
I'm gonna
frame,
close the door.
but that's it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back out there and then walk into the next non-existent room that would have been my sister's.
Mm-hmm. There is a small chest. It looks completely untouched.
I'm going to open that chest.
Alright. It doesn't immediately open. It's kind of seared shut.
I'll use one of my daggers to kind of like pry in between it and then open it. Kind of like loosen it up basically and then open it up.
There is a small little piano box thing that opens up, and there's a small little, like, rolled up, no bigger than a fortune cookie, box, like little note inside of the box.
I'm going to take out the note and start reading.
On the front, it says, "Since everyone's coming alive, hurry up, big bro." And on the back, it just has your sister's name and a heart.
Gonna kind of hold it in my heart for a little bit. Sorry, I came back too late. And I'm gonna kind of just keep it like in my shirt, like just close to my heart, tucked in that way, and then gonna walk out of the room. And
Is there anything else you're doing with the box?
you know what? I'm gonna take that box. You said it's like a little piano, but I want that. I want it. I'm gonna take the box with me, and then
How?
I'm gonna walk into. What do you mean how?
How are you taking the box?
Picking the box up and walking
It's about the
away
size
with
of
it?
your hand. It's very small. It's a music box.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna just kind of. Is there any string around anywhere
String?
in the room? Let me. Yes.
Yes, there's string.
Can I make a little makeshift like necklace for the box so I can keep it with me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
But when you go to close the box, it doesn't close.
Are you trying to tell me something to follow?
It's almost like it's jammed, and there's something preventing it from closing.
I'm gonna inspect the box a little bit more for like.
You can roll for
where, like,
investigation if you like.
Yeah. $15.
Your sister is very profound with puzzles and hiding things, and that 15's not going to be enough for you to figure out what she hid inside of this box. But you do remember that she used to hide things, so you can take the box with you.
Even in death, you're still such a pain. And then I'm gonna go over to where my room would have been, and I'm looking for one thing and one thing only in this room.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for Percival.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. See what you find.
Percy. I needed this nat 20. I needed that one.
You find Percival. Can already tell this song is way too loud. It's just gonna skip.
I was like, love that.
You find Percival. Very charred. The entire left side of Percival's stuffed body is blackened. and it's missing an eye, and it's looking worse for it, but somehow, almost as if it rode the currents of the explosion, it survived.
I'm gonna kind of just grab him and kind of just like fall to my knees on the floor, tears streaming from my face, but because I can't really do much with it, it's just blank slate water just coming out of my eyeballs, and I just don't know. Oh, this really sucks. Really, really, really bad.
Well, you're going to do your thing. What's the rest of the players doing outside?
Sorry, ZZ would like to search around for some kind of transportation, an airship, anything that could be nearby.
Yeah, Kaido's gonna help with that too.
Okay. Would you guys both roll for it? You can do investigation or survival.
Which one's higher? Let's see. Not that one.
Amaris, Demas.
16.
I got an 11.
Demas is realizing the absolute weight of the mistake that he's made, and is conflicted, to say the least, about several things. Is a little stunned. The intake of everything, a little overwhelmed, but can't take his eyes off of Halo.
Halo was staring straight up at the sky. Amaris?
Amaris is a little in her head and like stroking her neck where the necklace was, like meeting those few words, and looks to Demas, who I'm envisioning looks kind of disassociated, like deep in thought as he's staring at Halo.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna lightly like put my hand there. You need to talk about it?
He takes a pause for a second. He goes, I made that deal.
No.
Hold that thought. Hey, but it was like dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause.
Very dramatic pause.
When I made that deal.
What's the deal?
We need to make a TikTok challenge that's like the Demas pause.
Get back there and snip them all.
That's the end of episode 11.
There we go. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
I'm hollering, screaming, and crying.
They'll be back shortly. That was beautiful. When I made that deal.
Are we back? Am I back?
Nope, you're back.
You're back.
Tell us about this deal that you made.
And I was on a roll too. I didn't know that the decision that I was making would cost so much. I needed to ask more questions, but I was so consumed with the idea of bringing my own selfish desires back. How do we fix this, Amaris?
There's a whole group.
Nope, now it's your turn. You're cutting out. We didn't hear any of that.
Internally screaming. you have a whole group that will back you and try to help you out of this. There's got to be a loophole. We just need to sit down and ponder it.
I don't have time. You have to go back to the Abyss. And I don't think we can do this without someone as strong as you.
Wait, the Abyss, it moves differently. They're just like, hell. So maybe that would buy us more time?
There's hope there, but what is hope worth in a desolate world?
My hope, so I can understand. Maybe we should discuss it with the others.
Robin, Kaida has not found anything worthwhile beyond a carriage, namely because the Onyx has lived its life, its eonics, haha,
Yeah, no.
separated from the outside world. Those few who have left, have taken unconventional means through magic or portals or something in that endeavor, given the vast majority of the Onyx is inhabited by Fey-like creatures. But the more common methods of an airship or a boat are virtually non-existent. You did walk into one house that had like some fishing relevant stuff, but no ship with any Carnatech or something strong enough to cross the ocean. ZZ, you found nothing worthwhile because same situation, only you didn't look as hard. And let's zoom us back to inside the house. What's going on, man?
So after I've literally just sat here and cried for 10 minutes, I kind of just get up and gracefully make my way back down the crumbling stairs before they like completely fall apart.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna kind of go outside, Percival in one hand, me looking at the music box in the other, not really paying attention to the fact that I'm walking back outside into everybody. So who's closest to the house right now?
It would still be Demons and Amaris.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean walk into Demons, just not paying attention because I'm trying to figure out this puzzle and just. Oh, sorry. You okay?
One could ask the same of you.
Right.
And I'm gonna kind of let go of the makeshift necklace I've made, and kind of grab his hand and, hey, I mean, might not mean much, but I'm here if you need to talk about it. Trust me, I'm a great listener.
We were just brainstorming, trying to find a way to help them out of this. I said that we have a whole group of people that will help find a loophole. And the only suggestion I had was the Abyss. One, I have to go there anyway, but two, there's time moves differently. Maybe it would buy us a little bit of time.
Do I notice Halo staring at the sky at this point? Now that I've
Yeah.
been broken a little bit. Halo, what are you looking at?
I'm counting the stars.
Is it nighttime?
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss that? Oh, okay, cool.
Look up, I'm like,
I was not noticing anything.
me and
How-
Silver used to do that.
How many of you found?
Guys, I'm going to get yeeted away from you. He said he'd come back.
We'll all go with you.
I mean, you are the queen. You could
We just
demand that we go with you, yes?
we are your attendants.
You're my guests.
Your trusted guards.
My trusted
And
Counsel.
advisors.
Besides, what business do you have in the Abyss anyway? You're supposed to rule it, right? You're supposed to sit on the throne for forever?
At the very
I am
least, you should have
aware-
company to stay entertained.
all I'm aware of is mark my throne, and it's sort of relevant. That's all I'm.
Nobody caught that.
No, you broke up a lot.
Do you want to hit a refresh?
I'm gonna have to roll a percentage die for Amaris in a moment. Kidding, I'm kidding. Okay, sorry, that was out of character.
I think it's the angle that you're talking towards your mic, because sometimes we're hearing you without an issue. Like, it's not glitching. It's almost like your mic isn't picking you up consistently.
Almost like it's peaking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe you're closer to it than you usually are.
yeah, maybe that could be it. Anyway, maybe if I stay here.
Yeah,
it'll
try
be
not
better.
to lean forward when you're talking. That seems like it's working.
Okay. The only thing I know from what Erebus told me, but okay, let's be honest, I wasn't with it then. To ask the proper questions, there's some relevance between the abyss, the vitality, possibly something critical with the abyss, and me actually assuming my position on the throne again. I personally have been fighting the urge to accept that role because I want to ensure that Halo, we complete our goal. So I'm not really.
Do you think that perhaps going back could provide some balance for the fluctuations Halo's experiencing?
It's possible the abyss is technically neutrality between the worlds, or those two, like heaven and hell. It's the in between.
Or we get Erebos to take us back?
I'm not sure. I will.
Could you call for it?
Not currently.
I mean, you could always walk around screaming his name.
I mean, that's what people like to do.
Wait, we could do a rain dance and get drunk.
I don't think that's...
Is that what the druids do?
Obviously. What else do you think druids are good for? Their parties are what they're good for.
You're great partiers. Thank you.
What did Rin say?
You guys are amazing.
I'm sorry, who is Erebos?
Oh, you saw him too at the ship on our way to the Gullah Union. The spooky guy that's
on the ship?
Yep. He was
never.
You didn't.
Pause. He never was touching me. He wasn't touching me.
Yeah, no. Yep, nope, got that.
So Erebos is essentially Amaris's scary, spooky babysitter from the abyss who's here to take her back. But not right now, but we want her to come now, so that way we can go to the abyss and go, sweet talk our way into figuring out what the heck is going on.
I can save my children and Halo.
I'm gonna walk up to Amaris and then kind of just like, listen, I know we haven't really been on the best of terms since you inevitably got me killed the first time, but I want to do whatever I can to help you find this guy and kind of like touch her, because this is the first like physical contact we've had like ever since she was a bear, and I'm just kind of like, I forgive you, even though it wasn't your fault. And yeah, hopefully we find your spooky babysitter guy. I really don't know what's going on, but I'm just trying to be supportive right now.
I'm doing a great job for it.
I'm going to just kind of put my hand on his and say, no hard feelings. And I wouldn't go without you.
Are y'all staying in the residential area?
I want to scoop up some of the ashes and try casting divination to see if I can make contact with Erebus.
Go for it.
I was out of pocket, but yes.
Okay, listen. Okay. Amaris's logic, the last time she cast divination, it was somebody from the abyss that helped me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I swear to God.
Time for a spooky hand.
Okay. Want to be a smartass so bad right now.
Go for it. It's your
Do
turn.
it.
No, I don't think he plays like that. Okay.
Do it.
You're the queen. Fucking act like it, damn it.
Damn.
All right. Erebos, can you please provide us guidance to get all of us, including Halo, back to the abyss? So I can assume the
Hey, listen. Again, Queen. Don't say it so much as like a request. It's a demand. Tell him
Erebos,
take you back right now. That's a
take us all
prediction
back to the Erebos now.
No, to the abyss.
To the abyss. I'm not good at this, y'all. This is not good.
Be bossy.
There is a slight gust of wind that blows down the street in the direction of the shops, but otherwise nothing else happens. There's too much heavenly energy, almost residual across the aeonics, but the
Yeah, we have
abyssal
to get out
energy
of
isn't
here.
doing anything. So beyond getting a gust of wind, you got nothing.
Can Kaito start looking up at the stars Halo's looking at?
Well, you're no longer looking at the stars, but yeah.
Or she'll walk up to her. Which ones were you looking at?
Nothing in particular.
Do you have any clue how to get off of here?
Without the ability to conjugate, I can't.
Can we build a door?
I don't know. You're looking for answers where I have none.
Can Kaito go over to a nearby hut and start building a door?
You have to roll for survival.
Yeah. You better fucking roll good, I swear to God. That's a 19.
You're building a door.
Build the door. She gets hung up in the door frame.
you got to start with the door frame. It's not going to happen overnight.
Kaito's over there working on a door.
Thank you. Okay, Kai's working on the door. What the rest of y'all doing? Amara, you said you started to say something and then you stopped.
Me?
Yes.
I was going to kind of just walk in the. Did it seem like the gust had any sort of direction or mystical ability, or did it just seem like it was natural?
It was not natural, given there's no wind otherwise, and it didn't. It definitely sparked up when you cast your divination. It was directionally heading towards the shops.
Maybe we should walk in the direction of the shops.
Right.
It's worth a try.
You know what? Magic right now. Let's go.
Kind of stops like mid door and just like hangs it up against the door frame. She's like, "This is going to be here if we need it when we get back, just in case this doesn't work. We have a spare door."
Okay.
Halo walks over to the door and like goes to the handle to push it open, and it all just kind of falls apart. And she looks at you and goes, "I'm sorry." And just she kind of steps through the doorframe anyways, though, like to kind of be like, "You tried," and then just starts walking down the path.
Have you ever built a door? Has anyone ever built a door? Because I definitely have. Red, you build little doors.
I'm just going to say you just got trolled by the kid. I'm just saying.
No, I got trolled by gravity and the door and this. Oh,
It
my
was
goodness.
it was a
Demas
good
just
try.
leaves. Just
I'm
heads
gonna
to
start
town.
heading towards the lake area actually, because I feel like that's gonna give me something.
Wait,
Well,
where are you going?
isn't that-
Where are you going towards? Why are we going towards the lake? The
Those are
rest
two
of us have
different
to
kind
go
of
away from the
directions.
lake.
So are y'all going towards or away from the lake that you can see and still definitely has water that is completely black?
I'm gonna go towards the shops. I don't.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
ZZ sees Ren walking off and follows him.
Demas realizes that there are definitely bodies missing, and spins around and goes, wait. What are you doing? Why are we going to the scary water?
Well, I mean, scary for you guys. I
Yeah, why is
stuff,
ZZ
but
going
it's
with you
not-
then?
Can't just let him go alone to the scary water. I mean,
Ren,
Oh my god.
Ren,
Uh,
you were immune to the effects of it when this place radiated with magical energy. I don't know that you would be immune to it now. I don't know that this is a smart decision.
What if he's
Well, I
on to
mean,
something?
Last time we came in here as a group, I was the only one that wasn't freaking out, and I had to get you guys back into shape. So
Demas has like a look of like realization just fucking pass over his face. So the last time that I passed by the spooky water, I saw my wife. I think the spooky water connects all of the planes.
Shit. Do we have to go through the fucking water?
I think we have to follow Ren.
Can we hold hands?
Definitely we're holding hands, obviously. It is
Okay, yes, please. This is scary.
Kai, holy, I need
I don't
some.
want to get lost in the dark.
I start daisy chaining hands, like we're going together.
Hill's following, and she holds her hand out reluctantly for one of you to take.
I'm taking your hand.
Put Halo in the middle. We gotta keep her tightly on her.
So as we're walking down towards the lake, I'm gonna like look at Amaris. I'm like, okay, so here's what my thought process is. If apparently you did this whole thing with ashes before and you got some type of response, but you didn't get something there, maybe trying it with the lake water might give us some type of amplification. If there's too much heavenly energy there, then this lake is the complete and total opposite of that. And
I'm gonna take a deep sigh. I'm gonna say, I hope this fucking.
and I grab her other hand. I'm like, it's okay. I got you. In case something happens, I'll pull you back.
So y'all head to the lake.
Holding hands. We are the
make it to
fucking
the
Lollipop
lake.
Guild.
It is so black and still. It almost looks like a perfect obsidian surface. None of you hear
Alright.
any whispers this time.
I'm gonna reach out. You said you got me, Ren. And
Indeed, I did.
scoop up some of the water.
Nothing happens.
Demas gets nervous and like squeezes both of the hands he's holding just a little bit tighter.
All right, I'm gonna try this again.
Just stick your hand in the lake and do it.
This motherfucker doesn't bring me and my friends to the goddamn abyss. We can fucking save the world and save Demas's kids, and I can fucking figure out where the fuck Grinder is. I swear to the gods, I'm gonna scream.
Well, as you're saying that, the water ripples across the surface, breaking the unevenness. The ripples start to get a lot more dramatic, and then the lake parts wide enough that all 5 of you could walk side by side. Down, and there is a door at the bottom.
I didn't even need
I
to.
think we found our door.
We might want to move fast though, because I don't want to be in this when, you know, the Moses thing happens and it closes again.
No, move fast.
The door opens, and someone steps out.
Do we recognize them, or do some of us recognize them?
Some of you recognize them, the others cannot see. Who's currently touching Amaris?
Actually,
Just Ren.
it's just Ren right now and Halo.
Okay. Halo could always see them. Ring, you can now see who it is. I believe Zizi could, and I know Demas could, right?
Yes.
Kaida's the only one who can't.
Previously, whenever we were touching her.
Okay, so everyone else can, except Kaida, see Erebos walk out of the doorway.
Can kind of like lunge up and like put, just like brush up against Mars.
Based off of this linear line, you're on like the opposite side.
guess-
Ren, that's Erebos. Do you see him? He doesn't look real happy.
I mean, he looks kind of cool though.
People are happy when you call them a motherfucker.
A little frustrated. Have you've been present for these last 3 days?
We should go
Yes, move it.
before the water comes down.
Yes, go. Scoot.
So as we're like rushing towards the door, I'm like, "Hi, Mr. Erebos. My name is Ren Folkor. I'm friends with Amaris and everybody else here. And I guess you were there last time, but I didn't see you. But you know, I mean, we're cool now. So
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ren.
According to the chat, thank you, Jilly for Trauma. You kind of did touch Amaris and see Erebos when passing the sword to stab Grinder on the ship.
Yes, you did see him briefly.
Okay,
You
cool.
did.
Well, then at this point, you can all now see him.
Perfect.
Appreciate that, chat. Thank you, Jilly.
Okay.
Good
So,
at paying attention.
Erebus, it's great. I like the pleasantries, but we all need to get through that door before the water comes down. I explain on the way.
Through the door.
we're jumping
Nice
through the
to
door.
see you again, too.
Good to see you.
Pleasure, but like I really don't like this water.
I think what the queen is trying to say is that it's time to go home.
So the queen is trying to reclaim her throne.
But there's a caveat.
Hey, let's have all the discussions when we go through
Yes,
the door.
we'll explain. We'll explain. We'll explain.
The water
Go through the door.
starts closing from the furthest point away.
I'm tailing it. Grabbing Erebos' arm if he's not moving.
Well, he can roll against it if he wants to.
I will just slowly, list to the left and let you guys move fast.
We're going in.
Thanks, bud.
You guys are going in?
Yeah. Going in.
The door closes just as the water crashes against it, and the pressure shatters the door on the other side, on the abyss side, but no water comes through.
Whoa.
I was just gonna say, like, are there any like little flashes that like accidentally touch anybody?
No.
Oh, that was one of our riskier moments.
Okay, so now that we're all here, Erebos, yes, I will reclaim my throne.
Demas, roll a
However,
Constitution saving throw.
Amaris or
Demas.
oh me? Oh fuck me.
Keep going, Amaris.
We are hoping. Okay, I need to consult you in front of everybody in regards to the symbol that is on Demas's arm, to see if there's any way we can mitigate that. And also, what exactly does this entail? Why do I have to do this? I didn't ask all these questions because I wasn't in the greatest headspace, but now I'm kind of motivated, and
That would be a critical failure.
fuck me.
This is why we can't have nice things.
I used the wrong D20.
Clearly.
Obviously.
Was that the one you put in your mouth or no?
I put them both in my mouth.
Demas, you hear your children say, "Mom, is he here?" Far, far, far to your left. Because y'all haven't given me the opportunity. Where y'all have ended up is a very dark, dark land. You can feel this energy of death around you. It's not necrotic, like something that would kill or decay, more like a version of afterlife fueled by souls that have been lost. It's almost a purgatory type energy that's coursing all around you. The area specifically that you're at looks like it goes on for miles upon miles, and it just looks like multiple houses, some of them very high tech and built up, although destroyed in the remnants of it. Other ones just huts. There's an igloo immediately next to it, followed by a small tower that looked like a fort for defense, and this strange arrangement of past, present, and future, quote unquote future, I guess present but more high tech, just spreads out as far as you can see.
So,
I'm not going to notice Demas crying because I'm focused on interrogating.
Does anyone else hear them?
Who isn't paying attention to what Amara said?
Kaida.
Y'all are rude. Okay, Ren and Kaida, go ahead and roll a go ahead and not a constitution, just roll a perception check.
11.
Ren, your mic's all the way up. We didn't hear anything you said.
18. I'm glad you said that because I was like, wait, what?
Ren hears it as well.
Demas takes a very big deep breath and closes his eyes. He goes, "Oh, fucking here we go again with more
Demas, do you recognize
hallucinations."
those voices?
Was that Ren asking out loud, or was that?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Wait.
Do I have to roll something to overhear something while I'm engrossed in?
You'd have to roll very high.
Not Demas's thing, but Ren speaking about the voices.
You'd have to roll very high.
Okay.
You heard them as well.
Yeah, two little kids asking their mom if he was here. Just kind of weird because I don't see anybody else around here.
Well, I don't usually see them before I hear them. And usually
Recognize these voices.
you guys don't hear them either. Or see them.
Is this why you always have those like weird moments where you like black out and you come back to like super like stressed out and like crying? Sorry, that's really insensitive, but I mean,
I think we're there. Yeah, the short story, yes. Long story, I have been seeing and experiencing moments of deaths of my wife and children for years in hell, but also since returning.
I can explain that. And out from the side of one of the buildings comes another person with the same marks on their body like Erebos.
Who are you?
Salandra.
nice to meet you, Salamander. Why are you hiding behind the building?
You're doing a weird, creepy thing?
Ren, use your manners.
Ren doesn't have
Oh,
those.
sorry, Mr. Salamander. My apologies.
Mr. Salamander
can you
is
explain?
ignoring everyone else and walks directly up to Amaris and drops to a knee and goes, "My lady, it is a pleasure to finally meet you."
And you are? Because I'm going to assume he breaks mid rant of what I'm rambling to Erebos.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes.
And so I'm just going to look down and I
An
guess
assistant to Sir Erebos and a servant to you. Should you take
That's Salamander.
His name is Salamander, I think. I can't hear very good.
What was your name?
Salandra.
Salandra. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. And I don't mean to be rude, but Erebos, can you look at the mark on... Oh, actually, Salandra, did I hear him say he could help Demas with something or no?
Yeah,
did not
you'd probably hear it
Well, no,
passively.
I'm asking. I'm genuinely asking because if he broke concentration when he nailed...
Yeah, you'd probably would have heard that passively. It's going to be a weird reference, but just go back to high school when you're talking with all of your friends and you guys are all having multiple different conversations and you're not hearing what everyone else is saying, but then some new random person comes up and you're like, you're not in our group. So yeah, you would have heard it passively.
Okay.
Fuck is this?
Fair enough. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, that feeling that like, what? Hold on. That's a different voice.
Mr. Salandra, I would appreciate if you discuss whatever you said you could assist Demas with them while Erebos see to a different matter.
Yes, my lady. And they stand up. Salandra's pronouns are, Salandra's MX, but yeah. Anyways,
okay, thank you,
yeah,
thank you
they're,
for future notice.
But he is androgynous.
Like a salamander.
What do they look like?
Not a salamander for starters. They look like Erebos. So a lot of beings that serve the abyss tend to look the same, but they're inhabited by different souls. So Erebos' physical body is just another vessel, but this one is inhabited by a soul from the abyss. Salandra is another physical vessel inhabited by another soul from the abyss. So they have different personalities and different ways of speaking and stuff like that. But until you heard them speak, you'd be like, Erebos, what you doing? You'd be like, I'm not Erebos. They would essentially look the same. But Salandra nods and walks over to discuss with the others. Go ahead, Amaris, and continue your talking with Erebos.
Okay. I am not sure what to discuss first. My personal agenda, my agenda revolving around Halo, and my agenda revolving around the Abyss are all melded together right now because of the book, and this child is the... Okay, do I know if I can trust him? Can I do an insight before I finish the next part?
You can always do an insight check. Go for it.
Okay. I don't remember how I know him. Oh, yeah.
You're too close to your mic. We didn't hear that.
6.
You can trust him.
Fuck. There's something magically unstable, and I figured bringing everybody here would a lot more time. I could resolve things with...
Lean back.
And maybe... Huh?
Lean back.
Oh. There. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it would buy us more time to figure out how to help Demon. There's a lot of things going on right now. Are you actually an ally? Because I don't remember anything of the 25 years that I was here. First question.
Well, you and I share interests. Why wouldn't I be?
Okay. 2, What exactly does me claim my throne entail? Descriptively, not vaguely. That shit's getting old.
You know, we can bypass all this. There's a mirror that resides here in the abyss that'll tell you probably everything you need to know. The mirror in question will show you people you care about, your memories, as well as your past.
Will it just work for me, or will it work for everybody that looks into this mirror?
It's a characteristic of the mirror, so inherently it would work for everyone.
I wasn't sure if it was tied to bloodlines. There's a lot of areas.
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you for that information. Guys, yell over to the group.
Pause. Let's go ahead and have the group's conversation. Solandra is looking to Demas and Sexy right now. And you're just unbuttoning your clothes slowly but surely.
Okay, then.
You want Demas to hit on you some more? Keep going.
Yeah, right. I'm just like, all right, go off. And Solandra goes, I understand that you have been branded with something and you are now hearing voices.
To be honest, I was hearing the voices long before the brand. But yes.
And now we're hearing the voices too, which is weird because I wasn't.
That is new.
Last time I checked.
What precisely do you hope to seek?
What I know is that while I was in hell, I was informed that my wife and children were alive. However, since returning from the plane, I have seen my wife and my children on multiple occasions, both with intense accusations of intentional harm and repeated death. I have assumed at this point that it was a side effect of having been exposed to such torment for 25 years, but if others are now hearing them, that does not seem to be the case any longer.
A portion of your family is here. Their souls have been divided. We have done what we can to protect the allies of Our Lady. I can take you to them.
Please.
We will have to go deeper. They reside in the Abyssal's ocean.
Are there risks associated with us going there at this point?
So long as you do not go for a swim. The souls of the lake are in disarray, waiting to be reincarnated. Many have lost their minds and sanity and would gladly take your body as a vessel. So it is best you don't touch the water.
I understand.
Would you like a friend or more to accompany you?
How many of you guys are standing within earshot of this? I know Ren can definitely hear it.
Kaida's also in earshot.
I would be happy to take any of you with me that would be willing to go. I can answer questions along the way, but it may be more than you're prepared to hear.
I'm gonna grab Demus's hand and be like, well, I mean, I do call you Dad, so I can't let you go by yourself now, can I?
Kaida will smile. I mean, if you're Dad and I'm Mom, like I've got to, I have to stick with you. It's like obligation at this point. Besides, Ren has to swing in between us. We can get so much momentum going and just have a rogue launcher.
As much as I love this family gathering, I'm gonna stay with Aunt Amaris over here with the ghost man.
No, I understand, Zizi. I do.
And I'm gonna reach out to Zizi really quick and make sure you take care of her. I don't know how well we can trust this ghost guy. He seems cool, but if anybody could take him down, I know it'd be you. You kind of like reach out for like a fist bump.
I'm gonna hit play on what Amaris is saying.
Hey guys. Demas.
Yes, Amaris.
Boss just told me about a mirror that allows you to see everybody you care about, everything you missed when you were dead, all of it. Might have some answers. Seek, maybe it will help us put some puzzles together, or puzzle pieces together.
Speaking with Solandro, my family's souls are here. And he can take us to them. I feel that you need to see that mirror to get answers.
But if we split, I can't protect you.
Why can't we just go to the mirror and then go to the lake?
I fear that even with the distortion of time, there may not be enough.
I think we'll be fine. I mean, what? It's just a mirror, and you guys are familiar with lakes, yeah?
No. I think that everything has gone wrong when we have split up. I think we should stick together.
The last time everything went wrong, we were all together.
I was just gonna say, I don't
together, as a matter of fact.
Regardless of how we are.
Halo.
I think things are going to happen no matter what we do.
Halo looks to Amaris.
Would you like to accompany us to the mirror?
Wherever you'll have me is fine.
I don't know if it will answer some questions. Right.
She goes, if it helps. Hopefully my gaze upon this object will give you insight to what you need to do with me.
Please go with Amaris.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, please go with Amaris then. We'll make sure we keep everything together on our end.
I'll keep her
Wait.
safe.
Thank you.
But Demas, we've all given. I've already given her a piece of me. So has Ren. So has Kaida.
She does not need to be physically present with me for that to occur.
You're right.
I know. It's going to be all right, Amar.
All right. I'm not sending you with a helper or a guide. So
I have Solandro.
But he's
I have Kaida. I have Ren. I'm not alone, and they are very capable. I promise. They won't let anything happen.
Come on, Amaris. It's going to be fine. Let's go look at your magical mirror. I want to see it. Let's see what it does.
Solandra.
Yes, my lady.
I need you to make sure that they get to the where they need to go and back safely.
I will do everything in my power to save the abyss, my lady.
Okay, I appreciate that.
That was pretty vague.
Kaida's gonna like lean down to Ren and whisper to him, "Hey, if Salamander turns out to be some fuck shit, can we do the rogue launcher thing?"
Yeah, you totally toss me at him. I'll go straight for the jugular.
Okay,
Totally
fucking
down for
bet.
That is just like
Kaida like gives him like a little fist bump.
Solandra kind of waves his hand, and a staircase appears in the ground, and it goes down to a lower level. And he goes, the lake resides at the core of the abyss. We will have to descend.
One quick question. I presume you also do know where the mirror is, or when we are completed with our mission.
All beings that are born of the abyss are aware of its surroundings in totality.
Demas goes over to Amaris and gives her a really big hug. It's going to be all right. We'll make it through this.
I'm just gonna burrow into his shoulder and be like, if you don't fucking make it back, I swear to the gods, I'm gonna bring you back and kill you myself.
Worst case scenario, I just miss another piece of my soul. It's okay.
Hey,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
If anything happens, remember, I'm a more powerful healer now.
Oh, I'm working my way down. You think I'm just hugging Demas? No, I'm hugging.
We'll be back.
It just know that if you see a big explosion, things may have.
So Demas like makes his way over to the top of the staircase and says, "Please lead the way."
Solange says,
Bye,
"Welcome."
Morris. Bye, ZZ. Bye, Halo. And
I hope
walk
you
over
enjoyed
to
your
Stevenson.
CNC hug.
And Amaris and ZZ and Halo, you guys are following Erebos?
Yes.
Oh, well, Erebos, will you please take us to this mirror of answering questions?
Oh, right before we leave, I pick back. Oh, bye, Erebos. Sorry. And then go down. I don't want to be rude.
Yes, absolutely. I will take you to the mirror.
Is it just me, or does this... why do I feel like, as we're walking, why do I feel a sense of comfort, like... Oh, God, where did I meet Grinder?
That's a great question that we'll have to answer in about 10 minutes. Let's go on break.
Oh, thanks.
We gotta stretch them legs. Transition. All right, let's get some therapy going. You guys want some therapy?
Therapy sessions are a great time. Not gonna lie. We get to relive all the trauma.
It's not just ours either. It's like 3 other apartments.
Dang, that's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? It's time for therapy. What's going on, kiddos? I brought popsicles today, so grab a popsicle. Therapy. Listen.
Oh goodness.
This is tough. This is a tough one. But it's okay, because we're out here doing our best. Before we get into the session, everybody take a deep breath in. Let it out. Welcome to the decompression station with your boy, Ren Folkor, the therapist. It's so freaking cool. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Very goofy movie.
The Leaning Tower of Cheetah.
Yep.
Love that movie. Hey, this is for all of you watching, and for all the party members. You guys are doing great, and I'm proud of you, and I love you. Mwah. All that good stuff. So yeah, how's everybody doing? How's it going? Today's therapy session actually is very near and dear to my heart. It's
Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Sponsored by Raid Shadow. Gosh damn it, there's always one. It's usually me. Hanny, same. Honestly, just devastated. Today's lesson is all about understanding that it is okay not to be okay. It's one of those things where situations happen and you're like, oh yeah, you know, it's super, what's going on here? Oh, it's like there's a lot of things that feel like they're weighing you down, and you're just setting these expectations, and then you're not meeting said expectations, and you're just thinking like, gosh damn it, it sucks, I hate it. definitely had that situation happen today, and I had to really just step back from the situation and have that moment of like, it's not the end. It is a minor detour in the path of life that we're still taking, because we're all going to get to where we need to. Sometimes the trip takes a little bit longer because we didn't take Uber or we didn't drive ourselves. Sometimes, you know, the bus stalled out on the side of the road and we have to go on foot for a little bit. But trust and believe. Trust the process. Keep moving forward, and you will make it. This therapy session has been sponsored by Rage Developer.
Test out NordVPN today.
Hey! No sponsorships unless they're paying us. Cut that shit out.
Screaming.
We don't have a match for free.
Screaming.
Hell no.
This
He
is
said
this is the beg.
Raid has
Rachel
offered,
Legends.
but I'm like, no.
Also, the begging for HelloFresh. Can we get a HelloFresh sponsorship? I want some of that food.
Crazy.
This stuff be bussin'.
Ooh, completely switching the topic entirely just because I'm like really excited for it. What's everybody doing for Halloween? What are you guys going to do costume wise? Are you going to get dressed up? Are you doing anything crazy? Let me know.
We do a horror campaign.
I'm throwing a party and my band is having its first show.
That is so cool. Make sure someone
Oh my god,
records
you're
it
in
so
a
I can see
band?
it.
I will. It's called Pagan Conversion Therapy.
That's actually really cute.
Okay,
I love that.
Thank you.
That's nice. Yes, nice. I'll be working on cosplays for the next convention I'm doing in November. So we'll be doing that, and then somewhere in between during like Halloween stuff and whatnot, I'll be happy. And then I'll be sad because my boyfriend's going back to Utah, but it's going to be okay because he comes this weekend.
Those hot cosplays on your TikTok are...
Dude, you...
I am upset.
Stop.
Stop.
Oh my god.
Oh, hello? What is he doing?
Stop it, you. Being weird.
Is that you? Hi. Oh. You guys can't see what's going on right now, and that's fine because there's a lot going on right now. Adorable.
So I am not okay with the party splitting up right now.
Listen, we are
Also am I.
we are the Mystery Inc. gang for sure. Because when have they ever all stuck together?
Okay, so who's Velma?
Damn, who is Velma in that situation? I think that would
I think
be...
it's Demas.
Yeah. ZZ is...
None of us are inherently shy.
No. ZZ is Fred. Kaida is Shaggy. Amaris is Daphne, and then Ren is Scooby. And I will take no further questions. Actually, Ren is Scooby in most scenes, but then when he's being a little shit, he's Scrappy.
Well, Scrappy
Yeah,
has
Because
some-
he's so small.
What did you say?
It's because he's so small.
Because he's just a little dude.
Screaming.
Sorry.
All right, ladies and gents, make sure you grab a lollipop on the way out the door. Drink water, make good choices. Don't forget to smile. Love you. Bye. Mwah.
Dude, that pizza looks bussin'.
Major bus.
Oh, I got my emotional support.
Yeah?
Crow, watch out. All the buttons are undone.
I'm screaming. Don't tell him
Alright.
that. He's gonna come back.
Everybody's back? Everybody's ready? Everybody's looking good?
In the back corner.
Oh. Got my popcorn.
Oh shit! Second half. This is where people get fucked up.
Ooh, y'all about to get some too.
All ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to start off with
You're muted.
Who? Me?
No.
Oh. And we're gonna start with the Mars and Erebos. And Halo and ZZ. You guys are approaching. You're leaving this residential area, and you've kind of gotten into this large, almost desert. From here, if you look up, you realize there are no stars. There are a plethora of stalagmites or stalactites, I forgot which one is which, hanging from this over-enlarged cavern, almost as if the entirety of the abyss is inside of a large cave. The desert-like area you're walking across seems like a deserted battlefield. There are broken weapons, shields, and armor all about, but there's no bodies in any of them. Every so often, you're seeing a spirit kind of walk and then fade away. And they're not interested in what you're doing. They're almost following a routine path of kind of reliving specific moments, charging into battle, or dying, or just walking aimlessly from said battle. And once again, the armor and the weaponry, it ranges from ancient times with sticks and rocks and slings all the way up to the age you're used to with really advanced Karna tech, imbued inside of weapons and armor. Regardless, all of it is dead. Far off in the distance, you can see floating a giant frame.
Is that the mirror you're talking?
So
Let's proceed.
I'm assuming that the abyss is not an actual location. It is more of a what? Like heaven or hell, it just sort of exists?
It's another plane of afterlife, much like them.
Well, that's unsettling.
What determines if you arrive here? I'm sure the mirror will explain. I'm just curious.
What determines whether you arrive at the abyss?
Opposed to any other life.
What determines where you end up at all?
I'm going to say Russian roulette. What do you think, Zizi?
I think those that end up at the abyss are... No, I know not.
The truth is we don't actually choose.
The abyss doesn't choose?
No, a higher power must choose where the souls end up. But the souls that are here can be reincarnated, whereas other afterlives do not offer that.
This is a total selfish note, but I know we're heading to the mirror. Show you something really quickly in this book.
You don't need to.
Real quick, Onyx. You moved the laptop further away, and now you're getting closer to it. And you're cutting out again.
I feel like
It's
she's
not exactly a comfortable setup.
I know. Usually you have it on the table, and there's like a separation of space, but now you can just get closer and closer to it.
Oh. I don't have to show you what's in the book. Why?
Did he say that he has already seen it?
He didn't say anything.
I mean, I gave it to you in the first place, didn't I?
But yes, it doesn't mean that you know what's in it.
I know the entire book front to back.
So you already knew what would happen to Grinder?
I know of the book's contents.
I really hate the way you answer questions.
But yes, Grinder is in the book. But because he was brought back by your power.
So why does it say unknown to where his soul's location is?
Well, how quickly does the book know?
As soon as he died, he appeared. Like,
In his case, his death and the location of his soul are two different things. We don't control where the souls go. But like I said, we don't get to choose that.
So he could be in heaven, he could be in hell, he could be reincarnated, I guess. Or he could
Your
be
friend could literally be in anything that you can fathom. Your friend can be anywhere. His soul is literally unknown to us. As far as the current location.
Maybe this mirror can tell you exactly where he is.
I don't know. Go look. I need to. I need to know what's sitting on this throne and tails. I need to know if I secretly actually know something somewhere that could help us.
Well, let's go find out. There is nothing more exciting than secrets.
Shall we proceed?
Yes.
As you guys get closer to this mirror, you realize two things. One, it's floating, hovering just about 6 inches from the ground. Second, it's huge. Looks tall enough to encompass near any creature that would stand before it in totality.
Well, that is not a normal-sized mirror.
Erebos, if we were all standing in front of it, would we all see the same thing?
What if...
No. The mirror only shows you and your individual past.
All right. Well, Zizi, don't look in the mirror unless you want to know your past.
Halo looks to you both and goes, well, don't just stand there.
I'm going to walk up to the mirror.
I'm gonna follow, being closer to Halo, though.
Halo's going to follow up shortly behind. Amaris, the mirror kind of ripples outwards. And on the other side, it paints this picture of the forest that you grew up in. But this time it's different. The first thing you're seeing is a small present being handed to you by someone that looks strikingly like the adult version of you, albeit with some different facial features. She has the same hair, the same eyes, and a part of you almost feels like it's your mother, almost tuggingly, like you feel that type of resonance and connection with her. And it seems to be a birthday party. And you have a plethora of other younglings around you that are celebrating different manners of creatures. You can even see a young grinder there whose feathers haven't fully darkened yet, and he's got grays and white spots. And everyone seems to be having a really good time. You can't discern which birthday it is, but you could guesstimate that you're probably about 10 years old. And it kind of fast forwards a little bit. Everything moves in the mirror frame like someone hit fast forward, and then it pauses again and resumes at normal speed. And it shows you and Grinder running off into the forest later on that same day. And it starts raining, and you slip into a stream, and it shows you dying and drowning in this river. And then it fast forwards a little bit more to like a couple of days later, and they haven't found your body, and you can see your family and your friends very distraught, and people are kind of going about their own ways, and leaving. And then it fast forwards a little bit more, and it shows your body being picked up by Erebos, or someone with Erebos' physical, because again, the physical always remains the same, but whichever soul inhabits it, and taking you into the abyss. And then it fast forwards again, and it shows your body being dipped in the river that leads directly into the abyss lake, and your eyes reopening. And then it fast forwards again, and it has you being rested at the edge of the riverbank, but because of the time dilation, the force has changed. Your family's no longer there. Grinder's a lot older. So are you. Grinder now has all black feathers, and he's the first to find you again, and tells you about this Druid Academy. And then your story continues and picks up from there. For Zizi, it specifically goes back to about 25 years ago. It shows someone from their POV walking into the chambers where your siblings slept. And one by one, it's killing your siblings. It's stabbing it with the same blades that you use. When it gets to the last sibling, your youngest brother, he fights back and knocks the blade out of this person's hand. And in return, they move their fingers in a pattern that makes a bluish white light. This beam shoots out at your brother, and you can see his soul be pulled from his body. And the POV changes as his soul is floating away from his body to the eyes of his soul looking directly at his mother. No one can see what Halo sees. You just hear her go, "That's bullshit," and she starts walking away. Pause. Demas, Ren, Kaida.
Oh. Yes.
Woo!
Yeah, I believe going down the stairs behind Salo. I already forgot.
Cilantro.
Thank you, Cilantro.
Cilantro?
Listen. Ren's salamander, and that's all that's in my head.
Yeah, same, honestly.
Similar to Serengeti.
It's fine.
Yeah, so we're following Salandra down the stairs.
Salandra looks to you, Demas, as they're walking down the stairs, and goes, "What do you hope to accomplish when you see them?"
I don't know that seeing them will accomplish anything physically. But I need to tell my wife some things. And my children, but I don't think they'll understand. They were quite young.
Does this mean that I have other siblings?
I mean,
technically.
Yeah, we could put it that way.
The staircase ends at a shore. And very quietly, water kind of crashes in small waves, runs up on the blackened sand, and then is pulled back by the tide. There's a boat that is just beside this really small dock, and it looks like it can fit all of you. And Salandra goes, "Do not touch the water. We will need to travel across the ocean now. I will pilot."
Yeah, I get in the boat.
Katie gets in the boat.
I'm kind of staring at the water, and I'm like,
Ren, don't touch
so
the
the
water.
last time I
know.
Now listen, the last time I touched it, though,
Mm-hmm.
I got to see him again.
Sweetheart.
What are the chances I'd be able to...
No. We can't lose you too.
With respect, Ren, was it? This is not the Dark Ocean. What you've experienced in the Dark Ocean is a breakdown between borders beyond anyone's understanding and comprehension. This abyssal ocean is comprised entirely of souls. Do not be confused. What you see crashing upon this shore is not water. It is souls trying to escape.
Amos looks up from the boat at Ren and says, I can't lose another son. Please.
I'm gonna get in the boat.
The boat pushes off, and you guys have some time for dialogue before it ends up wherever it's ending up.
Do you have questions? I feel like the answer is yes. And Kaida?
Yes.
Be careful.
Be careful about what?
I know you have a lot of questions. You are inquisitive. Just be careful how you phrase them.
What are you going to say to your family when you see them again?
Don't know that we have time for all of that. I need to apologize to them. There are many things that happened before they were my family that have resulted in the moment that we are at now. And those things happened because I was a fool. And they didn't know that.
How are you supposed to know what not to do if you haven't made that mistake before?
While I can appreciate that I did the best that I could with the information I had at the time, that does not make my decisions right.
Kaida will put her hand on Demus's shoulder and kind of like lean close. You're making the right decisions now.
And if you're not making the right decision again, you've got us to help you make the right one.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, all of the fucky decisions I've made that have ruined everyone's lives were made by myself, so that is a bit comforting.
At least you have that control over your own life.
Listen, if you figure out how to make your own destiny and make sure that things work the way they're supposed to, please let me know, because I've been trying to do that for well over 100+ years, and I still don't have my shit figured out.
No sport.
Personally, I will admit I am certainly tired of putting faith in angels.
Yeah, people who are continuing to put their faith in the angels at this point concern me.
Yeah, I think the best realm of solution in faith of the angels is following tenets instead of following the divine.
You are all a very particular group.
How do you mean?
That means he likes us.
No.
I don't think that's it, sweetie.
It is not often I get to ferry the living.
Mm.
And when I speak with the dead, there is so much more resolve and conviction and acceptance in the actions that they've taken, and yet you three are riddled with confusion, not of what to do next, but of your past. You give up so easily on your faith in angels, and yet you basically are one. Do your wings make you an angel? Does who you believe in? And you,
It makes me...
tiefling, you're born from the very thing you've made pacts with. did you not expect or anticipate there would be mistakes? And even still, are you not accepting of them? You live with chances so many others do not get. And while you, short one, do not feel like you have chances, recognize how many people in the very waters beneath you would give everything they could to see, to spend a minute more with who they've lost. Your convictions are weak. I hope you do not wish to convey this to Our Lady. I would not suggest you be gods to her if you are so fickle. But who am I to say? I only commune with the dead.
I no longer feel confusion about my past. I have recently come to terms with it, in fact. I feel regret, and I recognize that those are opportunities for me to learn and change where I go.
If you seek to change, then you should have this. And Salandra reaches into their pocket and pulls out a big fat medallion looking thing. Just think Easy E clock. But not that big, a little bit smaller. And on
flavor.
Yeah, on its face is the hand of a compass. And here it is pointing and just kind of spinning rapidly. You can also see that there are like 5 distinct circles around the perimeter, each of which are empty. You'll know what to do with this when the time is right.
Well, I know when the time is right.
Well,
We don't often miss moments in life that matter. Worry not. We are getting near.
Can I roll a perception really quick to see if I can kind of figure out my little music box necklace that my sister left me?
Go for it.
You must take
Can I roll an Arcana check on the necklace?
Yes, you can. And you should roll an investigation.
Seamus takes the medallion and like puts it in his jacket.
Okay, cool. What'd y'all get?
17.
18.
Okay. What specifically are you looking at, Kaida?
Just kind of trying to see what kind of magic is attached to this amulet.
It doesn't have it, while it has the confines of abyssal energy. There seems to be traces of like soul magic, but less of like soul itself and more of something of binding. Rin, you recognize that the box has a small perimeter of black jewels, and each one of them is kind of like a fake rhinestone, except for one which is perfectly smooth. And immediately next to the one that's perfectly smooth is a spot that's missing.
I'm gonna kind of like inspect the box to see if there's anything that's like jammed in somewhere, like one of the jewels, if it would like fell in between like the closing mechanism or something of the box. I don't know I don't know how boxes work.
Go ahead and roll another perception check. Let's zoom back to Morris, Zizi, Halo, and Erebos. What's going on?
I'm going to look to Halo and ask what they saw.
Does it matter? Did you get the answers you wanted?
Not really. I wanted to know more about what happened 5 years after supposed death, and it gave me my childhood, which is still useful information. I'm a little confused.
Well, at least you got to see something. I don't think we very much get to choose.
No. Zizi, what did you see?
Oh, Nightmares.
Okay.
What was this mirror supposed to show us? He said memories.
Yes.
Your past.
My past? Well, this was definitely not my past. There was no way.
I wonder who was watching me. Was it from like a person watching, or was it me watching the story play? Sorry.
Yours was very much more bird's eye view.
Okay.
And for yours, ZZ, you wouldn't remember it. Would you like to know why?
It's my memories.
Well, yes, but why wouldn't you remember the memory it's showing you? Would you like to know why? I don't mind telling you.
Yes.
You were hollowed.
Boom. Boom. Bum, bum, bum.
You were very much there for that memory.
I don't like that. Oh gosh. None of this makes any sense. I know that I lost my memories. I know there are parts of my past that I cannot remember, but this cannot have happened.
I can assure you, whether you remember it or not, the mirror doesn't lie.
Erebos? Were you the one who dipped me in the souls? The individual looked very similar to you, but as Salon.
If you haven't noticed, you've been here a very short time this time around. Everyone who inhabits this place looks exactly like me.
Why?
Water check.
Sorry, I have to ask you all the questions. The mirror didn't answer much. It just caused more questions.
The abyss is not for the living, except the queen.
So what, it runs like a beehive?
Sounds like it. I mean, all of the people here, well, all of the workers here seem to look the same.
Not so much a beehive, more of a hive mind of deities that inhabit vessels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look easy. Halo. Would you two be willing to?
Willing to
You're
what?
breaking up again.
Well, seems I apparently fill a traditional role of a queen. I don't understand why me is so critical, and based on what Erebos just said, it's chaos without me there.
Halo looks to you and goes, "Why were you here before?"
the mirror was supposed to answer the question.
But you were here before. What did
I
the mirror
was.
show you?
It showed me memories I didn't of a birthday party. I wonder what my mother gave. I don't know what's in the box. Apparently, she's gonna kind of choke up a bit. Young Grinder was there, and we ran up the river, and I drowned in the river. Find me, and then an Erebos lookalike, or Erebos, not sure who, dipped me in the lake of souls. It forwarded to Grinder finding me by the river and telling me about. Wait, did I lose time again when I was a child? What happened to my mother?
Halo looks at you and goes, I don't think you just lost time. I think you died, and whoever brought you to the abyss brought your soul back.
Amaris. Go ahead, Halo. Please continue.
He goes, no, you've got a better grip on this place than I do.
No. Forgive me, Amaris, but in this short interaction, you've taken me, or you presented yourself as being almost recklessly curious, firing question after question after question. Right. I will tell you that most of, if not all of the answers you seek are a place we haven't been to yet. We still haven't completed the tour. You haven't got to see your new throne.
Ooh, a throne room. I like the sound of this. Much better than some defective mirror, anyway.
Are you okay, Zizi?
I am fine.
So you're not, you just don't want to talk about it. I got it. Do you want to go check out a throne room?
A throne room sounds fantastic. Will there be wine?
I'm sure we can accommodate you with something.
Grand.
It's not often that we have guests.
I mean, no offense, Erebos, but I don't know that this would be a vacation spot.
Zizi's gonna loop her arm underneath
Ironic.
Halo's. So you didn't see anything at all?
No.
Well, in the Nexus, we were told that you were created, that you just materialized.
We learned
I really don't belong here then.
we're
You
all
must have been created for a reason.
Yes.
Let's get to that room or whatever.
Alright.
Erebos, do you know what was in the box?
I'm sorry?
It's a stupid question, but my mother handed me a present, and is it here?
Oh.
Great timing. Was it here? Oh, hell no. Thank you for following, Draconis. Appreciate you.
I have no idea, nor do I care with the most respect that I can give you while saying that.
All right. Well, I mean, at least you're, if nothing else, but I believe, to be honest, I guess me the throne room.
So you guys are heading to the throne room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's the other party's turn, so they get the dice, right?
The dice?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
It's a sub.
Oh, that was just a follow.
Oh, follow, my bad.
No, just a follow.
We
No
were
worries.
mistaken.
Yeah, no roaming. You guys are okay. Don't worry. I would really suck for y'all on this ocean, on this big ass lake. I keep going back and forth because it's like the Great Lakes. I don't know. I know everyone isn't from the States, but just think Great Lakes mixes in like they're lakes, but you also can't see the other side. And Draconis, thank you for being here. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And hello, Demas, Ren, Kaida. You guys are coming up on a small island. And as you're seeing this island, there's a couple of other different ones. Each one is incredibly small. Like you could stand on it, take 10 steps, and then be off it again. And Salandra goes, "This is the meeting place of souls." What's up? You have a question for me, Deontay?
That roll that I made right before you switched back to them, I got a 17. Hold on to that information
There's
for a
nothing
while.
sticking out. And all of the little rhinestone, we lost one. All the little rhinestone jewels are identical except for the one right next to the empty slot. And that one is a round, almost like a bead, like a half bead. It's not one of the rhinestones. And then the spot next to it is empty. When you mess with the round one, instead of the rhinestone looking ones, it feels like it wants to be pushed in, and that's all you got.
Push that thing in.
Nothing's
I
happening.
have an idea afterwards. Okay. I'm gonna commit the unthinkable. I'm so sorry. I know we're derailing, but I'm gonna commit the unthinkable. And I'm gonna look at Percival, and I'm gonna take one of his little beady eyes. I'm sorry, friend, kiss him on his forehead, and then take it out. And I'm gonna see if that fits in the spot.
It does fit.
Aw, shit. Oh, I didn't want it to fit.
Percival's other eye fits in that spot.
She's such a monster for doing this to me. And I'm gonna push it into that spot, and then
As soon as you push it in, you hear like a little gear turn and a click.
oh,
It looks like the lid
Okay,
now
then
can close.
I'm gonna close the frickin' lid.
When you close the lid, the bottom almost ejects outwards and reveals a drawer. And inside of it, there is a glowing white feather.
What do you have? Sport?
My sister left me something for the inevitable downfall of everybody in my town. Again, I'm so not bothered by all of this. Like, I'm bothered, very much so, but I can't be bothered to be bothered. But knowing my sister, she always has some tricks up her sleeve, and she just left me with this.
The only thing you would know about this feather is that your sister was a hunter, and would often go out and find wild and majestic creatures. So this is obviously something she brought back and decided to give to you amidst her dying moments.
Can I make a survival check on it?
Can we see the feather and tell that it's like glowing?
Yes. It's not a ridiculous bright glow. It's like what glow is that compared to? I don't know. It's very, very faint.
Doesn't glow like Kaida, glows like a glow stick.
Yes, exactly.
Can I do an
I'm gonna roll
investigation
for
check on it?
Arcana on that.
Yep, Arcana, investigation, and survival. Go for it.
Oh no, my dice ran away. Hold on.
That was cocked. Can I reroll?
Yes.
Thank you.
17. I'm really, really good tonight.
That was a 9 on
13.
investigation.
Shouldn't have said that out loud.
17, 13, 9. With the 17 and Arcana, you can't tell what energy it is. With the that was 17, 13 on survival, you said?
Mm-hmm.
What
To try to
particularly?
identify it.
No, it does not
Like
seem
what
to
animal
be
it is.
any creature you've seen before. But that's also, again, mainly because the Onyx was comprised of fae and magical beasts, unbeknownst to the rest of the world. And you got a 9 on what?
Investigation.
To do what?
To see if I can identify anything about this feather.
You know, it came from a bird-like creature.
Oh yeah, I figured it was not a good roll.
That's it. Salandra looks and goes, "We are here," and docks the boat on this small island.
With as small as this island is, I would presume if I were to be on it, they would basically be able to hear anything above a whisper.
Yes, you're all within 10 feet of each other.
Perfect.
I'm gonna put my feather away, and I'm like,
If I could go on to the island and meet my family and just have you near, would that be all right?
Yes.
totally respect that.
Thank you.
Be there by your side.
And Damus
Not
gets out
that,
and
don't wanna-
stay in the boat. That was thank you though. And Damus gets out onto the island.
Immediately, as soon as you touch foot, the sands kick up, and your wife and children physically form before you. Immediately, your kids are like, "Dad." You guys can all see this.
I didn't think Demas was a sand monster.
I think that's just how the magic works, Ren.
Oh,
Okay. Different from Eonix magic, but
Lucy. He starts towards them, like tries to take a step and then steps back to his original starting position. He goes, I have wondered how long it would be before I saw you again.
Because they're looking a little confused. And they're like, "It hasn't been that long." Your wife is looking at you and she goes, "Love of mine. I thought it best not to tell them."
They wouldn't understand anyways.
No.
You always knew exactly what to do.
I can see you're not using the eggshell wash for your hair.
Paths have been a little few and far between lately. Trying to save the world and everything.
I've had the pleasure of watching from a distance. Don't be shy, kids. Go. And they both nod and run up to you and give you a hug.
He gets down on their level and he pulls them both in as close as he can, and he buries his head in his daughter's hair.
Roll a perception check.
Well, it's a 6.
Your pocket is very heavy. Your wife walks over and she's wiping the tears from your eyes and she goes, "You have not been dealt a fair hand in this life or the next. And we do not blame you for that. We've been safe here. The parts of us that are scattered, I cannot say the same. I imagine there is a part of me that is very cross with you.
I believe I've met her.
But given what you've gone through, it's not justified. Roll a perception check.
You okay? Well, listen.
You said 12?
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Your pocket is a little bit heavier.
He blinks away a few tears and kisses his son's head and reaches down into his pocket and pulls out the the thing, the medallion thing.
Medallion compass.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The compass's arrow is pointing back and forth between all three of them. Where those 5 empty holes are, there's a glowing light on 3 of them. And Solandra goes, "Should you wish, you can take them and restore them. I understand you've made quite a nefarious deal, but the confines of hell do not cross the abyss, and vice versa. Ergo, they would be safe, and you can keep them beside you whilst you restore the rest of their souls. You will need a vessel once their souls are complete."
I might understand that they would be in this medallion at this point.
Wait, say again?
I might understand then that the pieces of them would be within the medallion.
If that is what you wish.
He takes a very deep breath. And he holds the medallion to his chest. He says, "Olive, I have made so many grand mistakes while trying to do everything in my power to take care of you all, including trying to obtain more power and sacrificing people and making rash, stupid bargains that I don't understand, and trying to outsmart the bargains. And I am so sorry."
It's okay, Dad.
I realized that it was all of it, every decision of it was selfish. It was for myself and not for you. And I wish that I could change every choice that I made, but I cannot. I only ever wanted to see you guys happy. I only wanted to protect you, and in doing so, I have put everything at risk. I have given everything to try to protect you. It was never enough. And I failed you all. While I cannot continue sacrificing the world to save you as much as I want to. You didn't fall in love with a selfish man. Would you forgive me if I left you here, where I know you're safe?
Olivia smiles and nods. You have bigger things than us to worry about now.
Yeah. He nods and he hugs each of the kids and gives them forehead kisses. And he stands up and he pulls Olivia close. He says, "You have to do what's right. Not just for me, and not just for us. I made a stupid deal. And I'm so sorry."
I want to pause you right there.
Okay.
Amaris ZZ, Halo, Erebos, y'all have made it to the throne room.
This is not the time, mystery.
Yes, it is. You think I chose that pause on accident? Let's go. Water check.
Oh.
The throne room is a beautiful black marble spires in a row going all the way down to this beautiful literal throne that is at the very end. It's not nestled in skulls or anything. It actually has a very beautiful golden lace trim to it. So I'm filling up my water because thirsty as fuck. It is it's very nice. It sits atop not necessarily a mountain, but definitely a cliffside where you can oversee all of the main level of the abyss.
Okay. Well, this is fucking beautiful. I do it. Arcana? Like, or would it be a survival check?
What are you looking for in particular?
Okay, so I'm looking to see if throne is like trapped.
Is trapped?
Yeah, like if I sit on this thing and like.
Do you have the detect magic ability? No? Then your best bet would be Arcana. If you're trying to look for something magical.
Perception checks would also be good for traps, like non-magical ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait until we get closer to it. I'll try Arcana. It's a 7. You guys hate me, as always.
Yeah, no, there's nothing out of the ordinary magically. As you guys are approaching it, you can see that there is a briar black crown sitting on one of the armrests.
Well, it's definitely beautiful. I mean, the whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
Very dark, very gothic. But I am confused. If Amaris is queen, then who was ruler before Amaris? Because there had to have been someone on this throne before her. I mean, it's a realm, right, of afterlife. It has to have existed before Amaris was even born. What happened to the old ruler? This is a lot.
Well, as you can see currently, I am the ruler because we have been missing our queen, but both my and her predecessor, for lack of a better term, was reincarnated during the calamity.
Interesting.
So sorry.
The ruler was reincarnated.
As I've stated before, the abyss is a place for no living thing except its queen. Their soul was taken from us, more or less, with the reincarnation when the calamity happened.
Well, why don't you try sitting on it? Maybe it will bring you some clarity?
I will. I guess as I approach it, just run my hand on the camera, kind of seeing if there's any reaction. Best I can do.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing negative, both in like feeling or anything. It's almost not calling out to you, but the energy feels like it's reaching out to you, like it desires you, recognizes that you belong there, and it wants you. It's compelled to reach out and go, come here, come here. But it's not actually calling out to you.
I suppose I'll, it's not making me feel uncomfortable. It's not like,
What's up to you? Is it making you feel uncomfortable?
I guess an insight on if it's actually a good idea to sit on this thing, but I rolled a 5.
That's not good. I mean, that's not bad. That just the roll is bad. Not I'm not gonna make something bad happen. I'm just saying like that's a shit roll. Yeah, your insight check is not revealing anything. As far as you're concerned, it's a chair.
All right.
Mars, I feel like you're putting too much thought into it. You're
Right.
given an opportunity, a blessing. Many in my city would have craved to sit on a throne. Any throne.
Quite literally a blessing. And I'll even do you a solid. You sit in the chair and I'll even put the crown on your head.
Ooh, a
Take it
personal
all in. See what
coronation.
it feels like.
I love this.
As long as I don't lose my.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
As long as I don't lose my friends. Hello.
I think we will all still be here, Amaris.
I'm gonna.
As soon as you sit on it, you can feel that there is power just flowing from this chair and into you.
Well, that's interesting.
How do you feel?
Like I'm being struck by lightning, but not painful. Just like the energy.
So you feel like a queen that's rising to her rightful place.
It feels definitely interesting.
I mean, you are the queen, it's only natural.
What happens if I put that crown on?
Just a crown. Like I said, I pick up the crown. No, if you'd be so kind, let's complete the look and you can take it all in for what it is. And
Let him. Go ahead.
okay, I place the crown onto your head, and as soon as it touches the skin, I say, okay, it's official. You are the queen.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel much different besides the random energy flowing through me
As
right
you're
now.
saying this, your words are echoing across the abyss.
Oh.
The amount of power that's surging through you is providing you with some interesting perks. For example, so long as you remain here, you take half damage, and you deal double damage, and if you die, you don't die.
I'm like God mode? Like what?
Queen mode.
Okay. Am I an astro? Sorry. Wait. If my voice is echoing across the abyss, I wonder if Demas can hear us. If Ren and Kaida? I wonder. Okay, I'm being a toddler, but there's a lot of new things right now.
Zizi's going to give a very exaggerated bow.
See?
What? It is fitting. You look
Yes,
like a queen sitting up there. It's wonderful.
Thank you. So, Now what do I need to do? Do I just sit here? Or, like, is there other things I need to do, Erebos? Like, or just me being present? Like, am I making a connection? I have questions. Can you tell?
As a matter of fact, you've already made the connection. Rather, I did. And yeah, you just gotta sit there.
Is she
You're
allowed
exactly
to?
right, my queen. You just gotta sit there.
It's gonna get rather boring sitting here.
How long does she have to sit there? Can she come with us? We've got other things to do, you know.
No, actually, she can't.
Why not? I mean, she is the queen. Doesn't she have that
Yes.
prerogative?
As of give or take 20 or 30 seconds ago, she now belongs to the throne. She can't leave. In her case specifically, each step she takes further into the abyss is a step that she can't take back.
What happens if she leaves? What happens if we just...
What did I just say?
It's a
Each
step I
step
can't
she
take.
takes into the abyss, she cannot physically take back.
Will it harm her? I mean, she is mortal.
It means I have a choice.
She was mortal. While she's in the abyss, if she dies, she comes back.
Well, at least there's no danger at the abyss, right?
Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Amaris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great. For fuck's sake!
What'd you roll?
A 5.
All of that abundant energy that you feel that has welled up inside of you suddenly pulls out of you like you've just dropped on a roller coaster. It flips your stomach and it hurts. It's like it tenses up every single one of your muscles while you're sitting on this throne. This energy flows out of you and it almost like a flashlight shining against multiple rocks. That light refracts through the entire abyss. You can see it stretch all the way down for miles and miles. And then the energy starts to pull up inside of you again. You're going to take... wow, I haven't had to roll a dice this whole time. Man, y'all been doing good. I'm proud of y'all. We'll see what happens now, but... Damn. You're taking 28 points of damage as your life force is being drained into... It's not halved, because it's actually coming from you. It's not... Yeah. Nothing's hitting you. You're losing it.
What am I supposed to do with this energy so it quits damaging me?
You asking me or you asking the character?
Erebos.
You're asking me what you have to do to get rid of this energy?
Or how can I expel it so it quits hurting me? Or am I just supposed to just repetitively die on this throne to make the abyss?
That does not sound ideal and unlike any form of royalty I've ever heard of.
You actually, in all your questions, have come to the answer, like I said. everything will be revealed in the throne room. You are now serving your purpose. You're exactly right. You are to sit there and die over and over and over again in this place.
Zizi's going to draw both
You
of
now
her
belong
swords.
to the throne. And what do you think you're going to do here?
Free her. Now.
As you draw your swords, I summon 5 undead soldiers around you.
We're going to pause y'all right there and go back to Demas. Before you say anything, Demas, or go ahead. You have something out of character?
Well, I was going to ask if you heard Morris's booming
Yeah,
voice.
we'll get to that. I had a feeling. Okay, Ren and Kaida, I want to catch up with y'all before the voice. Before Amaris' booming, echoing voice.
So we're
Kaida-
watching from the boat.
Yeah.
It's kind of like looking at him. It's like, oh, this sucks. And then I turn to Kaida while he's like having that like little heartfelt moment after watching them like form from sand and hugging them and stuff. And it's like, do you think if they touched the like sea of souls, they would like dissolve like how sand does when it touches water? Or
I think the sand is what allows them to come together in the souls, like from the water. I think
that
that's how
makes
it works.
sense in a weird way.
Magic, honestly, is don't try to make sense of it.
Listen, I never got into it, and I don't plan on getting into it now.
Says the one who comes from the equivalent of the Fae shit show.
Yeah, but I wasn't doing any of that. Listen, this isn't about us right now, okay? We're supposed to be here as support for your makeshift husband, my makeshift dad. We're just supposed to make this work, okay?
Marry a tiefling? What do you think I am?
I'll pause you guys right there and go back to Demas mid embrace.
Mm-hmm. And he holds Olive's face in his hands. Sorry. He says, "I fell in love with someone that dreamed of making a better place for his loved one. I have to do whatever it takes to create that world. I know our fates have been a direct result of my actions. I know forgiveness is something parts of you may never seek for me. But it is the right thing to do, and I don't know what happens next. I have to help the being that my companions and I have been helping, Halo. I have to help her. I have to do my part to make her whole and deliver her to her destiny. Hope that it might allow us to see one another again. Because I can't imagine another world without you. Even in hell, your presence was still with me in some manner. And he just like kisses her forehead too. The children, as you can.
Olive grabs your hands and kind of places her hands on yours and holds them together as you kiss her forehead. And when you're done kissing her forehead, she looks at you and she goes, "Get out of here quickly. Don't touch the water." Right after that, you all hear Amaris' voice.
Demas runs for the boat and pushes it off of the shore, jumping in without hesitating.
Wait a second.
You're gonna have to do a few other things before that. That's a lot of actions, and there's definitely an NPC standing there.
Yup.
Yeah, you
Figured
can't.
that might be the case.
You
Might have
can't.
to do some
Yeah,
rolls.
can't just be like, yeah, that doesn't exist. So that didn't happen. Um,
Listen, Demas trusts Olive with everything he has. He is not hesitating.
That's fair. I just have to undo and redo at the same time because I don't want to stop your actions, but I have to make sure that the things aren't skipped in the process.
So that is the intended action. We'll go with that.
Okay, cool. Ren, kinda.
I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, if we left her in the opposite direction, why do I hear her so loud? What is she yelling for? I think something's going on. We should probably get back, right? Right? And I look at Demas, right?
Yes, we have to go.
Kaida's watching Salamander and like absolutely ready to jump this motherfucker if necessary. Like she's just like casually resting her hand on her sword, but she is ready to pull it out and shake a bitch.
So, go ahead, Onyx.
Are we just a demolition derby?
You're done. Thank you for the meta.
Suicide Squad.
Stop. Come on, guys. We're like 3 minutes away. Y'all can make it.
Come on.
No, that's not how that works. Write that shit out of character. Solandra looks to all of you and has a wicked grin and goes, "Finally." And they raise their hand and snap their finger and turn into smoke. Immediately, the entire lake ripples, and all of the islands start sinking back into the water. What does Demas do again?
Yeah, no, he is booking it for the boat. I know it's super close, but like quick motion, and shoving it off as he jumps in. Whatever I need to roll.
No, you're good. What did I have to do? The oar is missing.
Good thing he shoved off. Shit. Where? Did you guys see what happened to the oar? Oh shit! That guy had the oar, didn't he?
Can I draw my sword and start rowing towards the shore with my sword?
You can roll for survival to see how effective you are, or you can roll for athletics to see how effective you are.
Whatever you do, don't touch the water.
Yeah, she does not touch the water. Like, does not let it splash on her. She's doing it like very slowly and methodically. I'm gonna do survival. Oh, this is 12.
You're not making much progress. Your sword just
progress
isn't
is still progress.
Your sword just isn't like built for that. But yeah, you're just not making much progress. You guys can't see the shore either from where you are amidst the water. As the water continues to stir, you guys can see little waves and crescents and ripples form, and inside of these little waves that are coming in every random direction are faces and hands and weapons. A crack of laughter breaks out across the whole of the Onyx as Erebos summons the undead. Not the Onyx, of the Abyss, as Erebos summons the undead to fight Zizi. And that is the end of episode 11.
Oh, hell no.
No! You know, some regrets right now.
Yes.
So many regrets.
Split the party, we said. It'll be fun, we said. It'll work, we said.
I don't think that's the problem here.
Meanwhile, somewhere in the Saxon desert, a woman is tinkering with something. She's wearing goggles, and you can hear a consistent crunching and grinding noise as she's hacksawing her way through something, and something makes her jerk her head up, and she looks off into the distance, and she wipes her brow, holding the hand that she just severed off as she's wiping her brow. And she takes off the face mask, revealing green scales, and she says, "My little Zizi." And that's the end of episode 11.
Okay.
We have definitely run over on the clock, like by 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
Everybody will
I
be back
hate it here.
next episode while we conclude up a few interesting stories. That was fun. There's a lot of mystery in this one.
Imagine a mystery with you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Wild. Never expected it.
But hats off to all the players. I can see the curiosity in watching you guys figure things out. It's very unique, especially with the puzzle box. Job well done. I'm kind of giving you guys a little mini afters right now, just so we can skip it entirely, because I know it's late. So instead of doing a 20-minute one, we'll just do a quick 5-minute one.
Okay.
So I'll just go left to right and say my little compliments to each of you. Amaris, you are far too curious for your own good, but it's still good because, like, it was interesting because it was kind of like volleyball between Scarecrow and I. Like, we're like, okay, Amara, sit that. Send this back. Amara, sit that. Send this back. We had to like volleyball back and forth because if we didn't have the answers, you would have been like, "Nah, I'm not sitting in that fucking throne. Fuck you. We're out of here." So that was a lot of. You made us work for it, and that was really good. Like, hats off to you for it.
Made us work for
Yeah,
it.
made us work for it. I was like, all right. But to that same extent, Errol's well fucking done and taking the lore and going, I know how to spin this to get you where I need you to go. And like, that was well done. Because like, there was a couple moments that I was like, fuck, he needs an answer for that now. And he was just, nope, this is the answer. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense, actually. And then we were able to continue forward. Demas, goddamn, man, just the play of the game. I don't even know what else to say to it. The emotions.
Oh my God.
It fueled it.
There
it fueled
is
it so
real
well.
tear streaks in here. Okay.
Also,
Everywhere.
I have to say that I pulled the number of undead from somewhere. That's the amount of times that ZZ has directly insulted my character since episode 1.
Yep.
Oh, it's just starting. Now she knows you're an enemy, and it's on. All bets are off the table.
Luckily, the undead don't stop fighting when a random body part falls off and you have swords.
Yep.
I can just keep fucking dying.
Fire.
Yeah, but can you stand up?
Oh no!
Look, just sit there on the throne and cast Cure Wounds. Oh, it's easy.
Kind of well done, especially earlier on
Yeah.
with Ren and showing a lot more of that emotional vulnerability and that desire to have connectivity beyond just we got to do the next thing, get over it. I think that was a really good moment, and you accomplished that with, in my opinion, the tough skin Ren who is harder to, has a harder shell to break through. So job well done, Ren. Again, play of the game, just well done. I don't even know. You guys stole the show emotionally. Y'all brought that energy that, oh man, this is going to impact. I think I told all of you guys at some point over the last week that this was going to pick up right where it left off. And I was concerned personally on how to bring that end of energy back. But you guys carried it. You guys brought it back for me and made it my life real easy. And I think that portrayed to everyone. I think at one point I had said the last episode was Infinity War Snap. This episode was Hawkeye talking to his family, like, you know what I mean, like at the beginning of Endgame. And you guys captured both of those really well. So hats off to you both. ZZ, being the glue that keeps people on track was so useful. There's more than one time that you were like, why don't we go here? Like, what's going on, guys? Why are we having all of these debates and stuff?
Just do it. Just do the damn thing.
Yeah, because we spent about 45 minutes at that hill, and I was like, are we going? What's what's going on? I can't tell you guys to go do something. So I was like, all right, I guess they're gonna stay at this hill for a while and just investigate runes and stuff. And you had a lot of bright ideas on where to go next and how to handle those things. The ingenuity came in real clutch. So hats off to each and every one of you. Job well done.
Hats off to Erebos to annoying the piss out of me.
And bravo to our DM for creating an amazing story for us to even in.
You're welcome.
Listen, these puzzles are probably, honestly, simple enough for third graders to solve, but listen, you got us stumped a lot of times.
Thanks for exploiting our trauma for gain for all followers.
My dice fucking hated me tonight,
Yes.
and Demus's dice needs another blowjob.
Yes. Honestly, I don't think anyone rolled well tonight.
I did.
Oh, yeah. You got one nat 20, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You were doing decent, but I don't think your rolls had the impact that they
On the
needed.
story.
Yeah,
No,
Amaris and Demus had a lot of impact
did
rolls
what I
and
needed to
didn't
do.
land.
Yeah, I got like 125, and everything else was kind of shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted the door to work, like not work magically, but at least be built well. Like I was like,
I rolled a 25 to build the door. I should have been able to build a good door.
you cannot build a door
also,
in 3 minutes.
Tree proficiencies.
You don't have the tools. You're using.
I can use a rock
You're using like
and rusty nails.
broken shit and a town.
Wood.
You think I don't watch 5-minute crafts to learn how to make doors in 20 minutes?
She said, "Does anybody know how to build a door?" I was like, "It's like random." I was like, "Let me just put that." Followed by, "You make little doors." I was like, "Okay, see, I thought we were adults." Followed by me, like 20 minutes later, in this whole situation when Zizi was looking at herself in the mirror with her siblings being like sliced and diced. I said, "Not Zizi out here making kids cuisine out of her siblings. What?"
Oh my god.
No,
straight to hell. Straight to fucking hell.
Gasoline
Misty mentioned that it was memories, and I immediately in our out of character chat, I was like, shit, that's hollowed ZZ killing her siblings. Shit. And then he said it, and I was like,
and literally right after you said it, Cole was like,
that was not ZZ.
Okay, so I was wrong.
ZZ was
That was her
there.
mom.
Followed in there.
Yeah, that wasn't ZZ. That was ZZ's mom. Remember the last one?
I'm catching on now.
Yeah, that
Oh
wasn't
shit,
ZZ.
that's the bitch at the end of the episode
Yeah,
then.
that was.
That's fucked up. What did
And her mom taught her. Oh.
soul magic.
Mm-hmm.
mommy issues.
So it's probably good that you didn't put the kids in the soul thingy, because if her mom, a bad.
I have several theories, but I'll keep those for myself.
We'll have to catch up on those next time. I know it's super late, so we're gonna skip recording afters. Next game will be Thursday of next week. Next week, Tuesday, we will have some very unique content for you. We wanna well, what I'm gonna do personally is we will stream, and it will be about D&D. It won't specifically be about NevaeH, but it will be about Roll for Trauma and the future projects that we have planned. Since we're coming up, since this is the last week of August, I want to kind of give you guys a heads up on what's coming next. So be prepared for a lot of trailers, a lot of teasers of different content that we have in store for you next week on Tuesday, as well as a little showcase of the social media, so that you guys should follow along, because we really want to get to 100 on YouTube. We're close. We're over 90. We're like almost there. So like it, follow us on YouTube, share it with your friends, tell them, hey, you want to see me cry? Press subscribe, and then let's do it, folks. We're almost there. But in the meantime, from left to right, top to bottom, A to Z, please tell the people who you are, who you play, and where they can find you.
I am Onyx. I play Amaris Tureen. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, whatever, all the socials as Icy Onyx, and well, here being tortured.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Hi, I'm Cole. I play Demas Andres, and you can find me here breaking hearts on Thursdays at Roll for Trauma.
Hi, I'm Robin, and you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Trippy Thistle, or you can find me here on Roll for Trauma with Pep Talks.
Stop off his boy. Stop off his boy. Stop off his boy.
I play Rand Folkor. It's the boy, Deontay. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Dapper_Macon 2.0. And you can find me here.
Hi, I'm Violet. I play Zizi Mohias. You can find me on TikTok at Violently Colored or here Thursday nights on Roll for Trauma.
And I'm Scarecrow. I play Erebos, and you can find me on Roll for Trauma.
And of course, I'm Eddie. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have been fantastic audience. You guys have been fantastic players. Can't wait to see you on the next one. Say bye, players.
Bye,
Bye, players.